morning, people. Happy Tuesday. It is the 29th of November. No, it's not. It's 28th of November. It's the 28th of November. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as Marx tells you, you are hosted by some of the best people. And I am one of them, Martin Royalty.
And they call me Eman, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
Thank you very much. How are you?
We thank God, man. Can't
Strong.
complain.
That was a bit of a, was like a alternative sigh.
Nah, just, I'm here, man.
We're here.
Just,
Love that.
adjusting and fighting with the cold. You know what I mean?
I decided to just block it out because I'm just like, if I block it out, if I don't pay attention to it, then it's not really happening. And since I've been living by that, my gym attendance is back on top.
Oh, good.
Which is very important to me because I don't want to slack and then I have to catch up in spring because it's going to be too late to do the things I need to do in summer. So, just keep it at that. But yeah, man, we thank God. Brent, how are you doing today?
I'm all right, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm very good, I slept really well. Even though it wasn't a long sleep, but I did yoga yesterday and my instructor did say there was a position he was going to make us do that would make us sleep really well. But when have you ever slept here where you don't realize you're sleeping? Like the sleep is so good. It's not like you're dead, but it's like you don't even know that life exists.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Have you ever had that kind of sleep?
No, if you're sleeping, do you know anything exists though?
Yeah, well, you know me. I think in my sleep. Sometimes I'm sleeping, I'm aware that I'm sleeping. I have very interesting sleeps. My sleeps are not normal.
Okay.
So I can be sleeping and planning my day. I can be sleeping and planning food. Like my mind is still active when I'm sleeping.
Okay.
And I'm aware that at some point I'm gonna have to wake up or I'm like, oh, actually, let me check what time it is. And then sometimes the sleep is so sweet. I actually wake up to see how long of the sweetness I have left. I don't want to sell myself a dream. But my alarm went off today and I was like, oh, that was quick. But it was nice.
So it was a nice deep sleep.
It was a very deep sleep, actually. Yeah, that's it. It was very, very deep sleep. It was really good, though.
Okay.
But it was definitely a yoga pose. I'm going to start doing that every night before I go to bed now.
What position was it?
So basically, you're on your back. You tuck your legs in.
Okay.
Yeah, so you tuck your legs in, but then you have one leg wrapped around. So you have so my left leg, for example, wrapped around my left ankle around my, what's this place called?
Inner elbow?
Yeah, inner elbow. But then I kind of do that.
Okay.
And then you rest back and I stretch the opposite leg.
Okay.
Like a pretzel. It's just without.
Sounds like
sectionless
something
of it.
for the women.
It's for everybody.
I mean,
Because it's a good stretch. It's a stretching pose.
Okay.
But I feel like men are stiff because you don't stretch enough.
Yeah.
But it's fair, women can be as well though. I don't stretch enough. I need to be stretching every single day, but I don't. My sister's very flexible. She stretches every day.
What do you think are the benefits of stretching?
It's loose. And I feel like it does help you. You're just loose. And I think also as well, even your bones and stuff, it will catch up to you if you don't stretch. In terms of your body hurting and all that kind of stuff. And I guess you could be more prone to like injury and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just aching and hurting all the time. All of that will be eliminated if you stretch properly. And you're just nice and flexible and free.
When you go gym, do you stretch before and after? Or
No, it depends actually. Actually, if I'm going to do a HIIT workout or a spin, say I don't have time to work out before my class, I will do some stretches just to get my body. It's kind of like mobility stretches though.
Okay.
So it's not like relaxation. It's like mobility, just to get my bones aware that just hey, wake up because we're about to go in for the kill kind of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the kind of stretches I do. It's like mobility stretches. But when it is that I'm done, it's more like winding down. It's still stretching, but I'm more in, like I'll stay in a position longer.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. But when I'm about to start, for example, say I have like one knee on the floor and one leg stretched, I'll rock back and forth.
Okay.
But then when I'm winding down, I will just stay in a position to just stretch it out, basically.
Okay. Do you do weights?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my current routine is 3 yoga or Pilates a week, 3 cardio classes. So it's like my HIIT class and my spin, because I'm a spin girl now. Love that for me. And then 3 weights
Okay.
sessions.
But how does that work? So what, do you do some of them on the same day then?
Yeah. So yesterday I did weights. I did legs before I did yoga.
Okay.
Today I've got, what have I got today? Spin. I've got spin today. Gosh, I could do upper body. Just little legs. Because my legs will be working in that class. And then tomorrow I've got yoga again. So tomorrow I'm going to do like a full body workout before yoga. I might actually be able to squeeze in 4. It's more about just the week and the times and it's just, being an adult is just long, man. Honestly. There's a lot to factor in. When I think I don't have kids, I'm just like, I can't imagine having a kid with all of this. Because my time is filled to the brim. Honest, 24 is so crazy because 24 hours, I get where Molly May, Kim Kardashian, and Beyonce coming from. 24 hours is tight. To get a good night's sleep in there as well. I couldn't even nap yesterday. I didn't get to have a midday daytime nap.
It's almost like as you're getting older, you just have to just understand that you're not going to get as much sleep as you want.
Yeah.
And kind of just accept that and train your body for that.
But you know what's mad though? My weekends is my sleep time.
Okay.
That's when I have to catch up on the whole, on my week's journey, man. So when I have to do stuff on the weekend, I'm just like, gosh.
Yeah.
Those weeks are hard. If I've had a busy week, and every week is busy to be fair, then a weekend as well, I'm like out the whole time, fighting for my life on Monday. Because I'm just like, here we go again. But what I do, I try not to have weekends back to back to back where I'm doing stuff. So if this weekend, my last hurrah for the year anyway, because I've got some things I need to be doing, and I've got some courses to do in December.
Okay.
But yeah, so say for example, I didn't have that. This weekend I went out, I'm not going out.
Yeah.
Or this weekend I'm going out, I'm not going out next weekend. Then the weekend after that, do you get me? I'm trying doing like that.
Okay.
Because it's just a lot. And on Saturdays I wake up early because I go to the gym. I've got a 9 a.m. class. And I try to do a little workout before. So I'm up early. And on Sunday I've got church.
So I'm saying every day.
Every day. So I'm up early every single day. But I guess sometimes, Saturdays, if I don't have plans, I will go back home and then finish resting. And just have a chill day. It's crazy, man.
Life.
It's a lot. But I like it. I like being a busy bee. Just, on the go kind of vibe.
Oh, happy Giving Tuesday.
Giving what? What are we giving?
Today's Giving Tuesday.
And just give people stuff.
I think so.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Yeah.
People just be making up shit. Like, give to a charity day, give to the homeless day.
It's literally just anything. So basically, let me read something to you. So if you go to the website, Giving Tuesday UK.
Oh, it's silly.
It's basically, it was created in 2012.
Okay.
Right? And it's basically a day that encourages people to do good. That's it. So literally, you're just giving anything. Your time, money, sharing your skills, campaigning for something, donating goods, food, clothes, everything.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a global day of giving.
Love that.
Yeah.
When it's global, that's not like in Nigerian stuff, is it? Or it's like worldwide.
It should be.
Because we have different Mother's Days, so really, truly.
Yeah.
That was funny to me when I found out about that.
What, different Mother's Days?
Why don't you just go with the one? Why isn't there just a universal Mother's Day and a universal Father's Day?
Yeah.
Why is yours just before Black History Month? It's just silly. Okay, well, happy Giving Tuesday and that. It sounds like a Catholic holiday though. It's giving like Shrove Tuesday kind of vibe.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? It just sounds very Christian-y. I wonder who came up with that. Okay, well, Brent has celebrated that.
No.
Gave us something.
Yes.
Nah, look at you so quick. Nah, you don't deserve each other in your friendship. You all deserve each other, for real. Okay, well, happy Giving Tuesday, people, and give. Love that.
Have you guys seen a girl with dragon tattoo?
The film or the book?
Film.
You did
Have
say scene.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Alright, I think you should watch it. It's good. Watched it for the first time yesterday.
Is it sexual?
Does
'Cause
it
it
have
gives-
sex stuff in it? It has traumatic stuff in it. Yeah. It has broken people in it. Yeah.
It's in broken pieces of bodies.
Broken people. Like,
Going through things.
yeah.
Or have women like physically broken?
Well, yeah, got a couple of broken things. People too.
I'll look it up. Because I've heard about it. Because there's a whole book. When I was in school, reading the book was like a whole trend and stuff like that. But back then, it's just things with dragons. I just saw that as, darkness. My Christian upbringing and that. But obviously now it's different. But okay, I'll see if I check it out.
Maybe it's not for you, to be honest.
Yeah, but I try not to watch stuff with a lot of sex in it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Thank you very much. This is why I was asking.
Yeah, it's not a lot of sex. It's a type of sex that's...
Is it like those
portrayed.
intense...
No, it's not a... it's not a rom-com or anything.
Oh.
It's...
I did not mean intense as in rom-com, by the way.
Okay, so what did you mean, like power?
Yeah, like just very
You watch
graphic
Power, right?
and very... I do watch Power. But I skip the scenes.
Oh, you cover your eyes when it is... that
I
you
don't cover
see-
my eyes. That sounds childish. I skip the scenes.
That's...
Sounds less childish.
What do you do, Emmanuel?
What do you mean?
Do you skip scenes or do you watch?
I watch it. I watch stuff, innit? But if I see, to be fair, it depends on the scenes. For instance, if we was watching, I don't know, hypothetically here, something on Power, right? I would have to, you know what I mean, speed up. I don't mind what I miss. It just needs to go. You know what I'm saying?
Because of the interracial stuff?
Yeah, let's say that. Let's go with that.
Might as well.
Because he's just so pro black love. He just wants to see Lala with a black man. Yes.
Yeah, man.
So, okay. But he doesn't need to. He's a married man. When I'm married, I'll be watching all the scenes. Until then.
Wait, serious?
Yeah, my whole thing is because of my celibacy. It's about what I put into me and like what, you know. Can't be giving me things that's going to trigger me flashbacks and shit. No, I'm making poor
okay.
decisions.
So you can't watch stuff that would arouse you
Yeah, basically.
because you then go and do something stupid?
No, I'm smarter than that. But I don't even want to have to consider it. Sex is very powerful in the mind, you know. Sex in the mind is so powerful.
You have sex in your mind all the time?
No, I'm saying sex coming into my mind or being placed in my mind can be powerful. It can lead some dangerous paths. So, you know, I'd rather just mind my business and keep it moving. Oh, so that's that. I'm glad our business is out there now. I want to forget some things. Let's get into Lest We Forget, please. Get 'em out.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Or let's make it a TDA. Lest We Forget.
To be
Because
fair,
TDA is the one reminding them.
there's not much left.
Is it not?
I was thinking we kind of just end it by the end of the year, innit? We've done quite a few, man.
We've done a lot, but I thought it was part of like the new black theme.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't understand. What are you doing?
Joking, we're contenting. We're making content. That's why you wanted us here, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? All right, so lest we forget, we have the mighty nation of Sudan.
Okay.
I love Sudan.
Big up to the Sudanese.
Beautiful people over there, man.
They are gorgeous.
And let's get into, I guess, some of the interesting facts about Sudan. Did you know that Sudan is home to more pyramids than Egypt?
I did not know that. Because Egypt would want me to know that.
Big facts. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Yes, home to a lot more pyramids than Egypt. They're not as, like, I guess, big as the ones in Egypt,
Okay.
but there's far more of them. So basically, Sudan actually has over 200 pyramids.
Wow, okay.
And these were built by the ancient Nubian civilization, right? From as early as 2500 BC. Try and imagine how long ago that was, yeah? The UNESCO listed archaeological sites of the island of Muro is probably the country's most famous site. So the site is home to 100 pyramids, and that dates from the 8th century BC to the 4th century AD. The pyramids are a little smaller, like I was saying, than the ones in Egypt, but they are equally decorative. They look beautiful. But if you type up something, maybe just type in like Pyramid Sudan, and you see them. They look a lot smaller.
Ooh, that looks nice.
And like the one on the left as well. So yeah, man.
What's inside pyramids?
It depends. So a lot of them have. To be fair, they're like nice tombs, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
A body's in there.
Yeah. That's where you find them.
I think. Oh no, they embalm them and stuff, isn't it?
and then coffins and all that type of stuff. But yeah,
Where's
they
the
all
door
have
then?
different. Huh?
So the door is concealed into what the pyramid is. Because at first glance, you can't see a door.
Mm.
But there's a door in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to visit a pyramid.
100%. 100%.
To be fair, there's loads of shit they don't know about the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I think like Rich just said, there's so many different things in there. Like, it's just so many hidden things. You know what I'm saying? Like how they align trapdoors, how they align with the stars, and just different things in there.
But then, if there's dead people in there, would people want me to see them?
What? As in the dead people?
Yeah, but obviously no, because I'm thinking of the family.
Of the
No,
dead?
bitch. Of the dead people.
It's thousands of years ago. They were
Oh,
gone.
they'd be right. Oh, I thought they used them as in like still today to bury people.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's where the Egyptian mummies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So a lot of the time you go in there, you just see them. They're all the way deep underground and all that.
Oh, so I wouldn't even see them then.
Yeah, if they let you go in there.
No, I don't want to see them.
Yeah, I think there's only.
I mean, the rapture happens.
Good morning, people.
Now
Good
they're
morning.
raising up.
I think there's only so far they're gonna let you go down there,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like obviously, all the archaeologists and researchers, they found certain levels, but for the public, there's only, you know,
Okay.
yeah, there's only so much they're gonna let you see, type thing. And they're finding pyramids all over the world now. Like, that's not even the biggest. It's not even Africa. The biggest is in Europe, Bosnia, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but
But you
when
can
you
see
first saw it, you wouldn't have
see
thought.
it as a
Yeah, do you know
pyramid.
what I mean? Remember, it's been
Okay.
covered up by green and
Oh yeah.
etc. So
That's lit.
yeah. How did we get talking about this?
Because we're doing Lest We Forget and we're in Sudan. And Sudan has pyramids.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
More
okay.
pyramids.
More
than
pyramids. Yeah, than Egypt.
I'm not surprised. Everywhere's got like pyramids, but a lot of them are just covered up and hidden up and blah blah blah.
Well, the black
So
man
give me
has
the mic
been
next to you, to the other side.
Well, this one.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
the black man has been all over the globe, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Really
Black
true.
man was everywhere, bro.
Everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he's Black Jesus.
Who? Maybe Jesus is black. Oh, for sure. Could be anything else.
Yeah, I told you guys, not mine though, but
For sure.
could be.
Sudan also was once Africa's largest country, you know.
Really?
Yeah, Sudan once represented over 8% of the entire African continent.
So what happened?
I think, you know, just stuff just gets divvied up, kingdoms
Okay,
collapse.
yeah.
and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So that's 2% of the world's total land area that used to be Sudan. During that time, it was Africa's largest country and the 10th largest in the world. You know what I'm saying? But when South Sudan separated from Sudan in 2011, Sudan became Africa's 3rd largest country and the world's 15th largest. Also, for those who've heard of the legendary kingdom of Kush, that's where Sudan is. Or where, yeah, if that makes sense. So the kingdom of Kush, or Kush, was an ancient African kingdom situated in what is now known as the Republic of Sudan. So that's obviously one of those ancient kingdoms that, you know, just, I guess, kind of put their people on the map. They did so much, you know what I'm saying? The first period, Kerma, which is between 2450 to 1400 BC. Then you had Napata, right? That was 1550 BC to 1070 BC. And then you had the kingdom of Meroe, which was 300 BC to 380. You know what I'm saying? So all of these countries, all of these different periods, they all had different interactions with Egypt and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, like we kind of mentioned before, a lot of the light was on Egypt, but it could easily have been on Sudan as well. You know what I'm saying? Just as influential. Did you guys know, that Sudan, possibly, they're saying, have one of the world's most intriguing underwater experiments. So in 1963, right, there was an explorer and an oceanographer by the name of Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques.
Did I remember that from when Phoebe said it in Friends?
Jacques.
I think she. I can't remember what the storyline was, but that's how I know that name. But yeah, sorry.
And basically, he set up the Continental Shelf Station 2. This was an underwater research center, which was located 10 meters below the surface off of the coast of Port Sudan. And he started developing the site during World War II, right? And in the 1960s, it became home to like 5 aquanauts who lived in the undersea base for 30 days. So they were just chilling underground, in the water, right? The men had access to air, water, food, and other essentials, as well as a small 2-man submarine for underwater explorations as well. So they were just there, man.
Just there chilling in the water.
Yeah, trying to do some exploration and things of that nature.
I'm very sure there's many more underground, underwater bases that we don't know about.
Potentially, yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. That makes sense.
Also, like a lot of African countries, to be fair, Sudan is a haven for wildlife enthusiasts. So they've got obviously the underwater sites, like we mentioned. They've got national parks. They've got a lot of different things, man. So people who love the wildlife, they would love Sudan as well. Did you know that this is obviously a sad news, to be fair, sad information, but Sudan has fought Africa's longest civil war. So the Second Sudanese Civil War lasted 22 years.
22 years?
22 years.
That's a long time. Man.
It began in 1983 and it lasted until 2005, killing at least 1.5 million people and displacing over 4 million people. Crazy.
That's a lot, man.
Also, last thing I mentioned is Sudan is part of the Great Green Wall Project. And this is basically, right, some project that they're doing alongside Burkina Faso, Chad, Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Mali, Mauritania, Nigeria, and Senegal. And basically what it is some ambitious initiative that's aiming to build 4,970 miles, right, of wall, basically a wall of trees, straight across Africa to create the largest living structure on the planet. That's what they're doing, man. So basically it's going to stretch across the entire width of the continent.
Just to have more trees.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
but
I'm just
it's
trying to
more
work.
than that. It's
No,
more,
I'm sure it is. I'm just trying to, work out why.
Yeah, I think it's just to say that, Africa's got something there, innit?
Oh, we've got trees. No, I hear
The
it,
largest living structure on the planet. I think it's a good feat, though, man.
Do you think that what's called a good feed? That is it Dubai or where they're making that long?
The wall thing.
Yeah, and it's gonna be invisible. What do you think about that?
The wall's gonna be invisible.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to.
Serious?
Yeah.
How will you get inside
Obviously,
if you can't see it?
Obviously, once you get there, they probably, I don't know. Listen, they got the technology they got the money.
We need to work a joke.
They got to. Yeah, I mean, they got the money for it. So
You mean transparent?
transparent.
It can't be invisible.
Impossible.
It's got to be transparent.
What do you mean? What's the difference between transparent and visible? As in, from a distance, it just phases.
Visible, you can't see it.
So, and transparent is what?
Well, glass is more or less clear and transparent. You can see through it, but you know that there's a.
Oh yeah, I think you can see through it. That's what I mean.
It's got to be transparent. It can't be invisible.
Yeah, sorry, figure of speech. I don't mean invisible as in
Figure
that.
of speech. It's the wrong speech.
No, as in that. I mean, please look it up if you get a chance. But you know what I'm on about, though, right? You guys seen it. You've seen
Is
it.
it that they
advertised.
built something inside of it?
As in to make it transparent.
No. What? You say? Is it just a wall?
No, it's meant to be a city, a whole city, like a long line.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, I was starting to think of how they could make it invisible,
Yeah, you're silly.
No, but as in when you get, please, Brent, when you get a chance, I beg you.
I'll put it up. I know what you're
Because
talking about.
because I'm very sure they were trying to make it not be seen from, and I'm in my mind I'm saying not be seen by who? Who you hiding from? What do you know that's on the way for you to even want to build that? That's what I'm saying. And again, the technology to make that transparent, as we call it.
So lit. Yeah, I would love to just be part of a life like that.
Where
I just love secrets.
Oh, you just want to be the secret
Gosh,
agent over
how
here.
lit that would be, yeah.
Secret
to know
agent
that there's
Esther, Hey.
there's just so much shit happening. People don't know anything about it, but I know. I wouldn't want to be the one involved. I want my husband to be the one involved. I wouldn't want to do
but then your husband wouldn't tell you though.
He would have to.
No, you wouldn't.
I will do what I need to do to get that.
I don't know if you know how secrets work.
No, but he would tell me that because you have to let your family know. Because obviously, when it's time to go in the bunker, I would need to know where we're going.
Yeah, but there's bands.
He can't tell me let's go.
No, but there's women that have been married to man for a very long time, and they have no idea what their man's been doing for the last 15 years. They think he's a car salesman, or he goes around the world doing.
Not me, because do you know why? Not me.
Why,
I'm the type that would surprise you with lunch at work. So let me get to that
Oh
mechanic.
my God.
And you went in there, but here you go in the White House. Well, I'm here now.
Parliament. Yeah, interesting though.
Yeah, I think that's such a cool life to live. If your life is not under threat, of course.
You sound like you're on the way to signing up to this.
I told you I applied. They just didn't let me. I didn't finish the test quick enough. It was literally the maths test as well. I was so annoyed.
The math test on what?
What, to get my MI5?
You know,
got the English test, got maths test.
I actually looked on their website once, and then
It's proper. I'm gonna do it again actually.
But once, as soon as you go on their website, they start saying, "Oh, just so you know, you're being monitored, etc., your application, just that." I was like, "Oh," I was
gonna put my
"Let
whole
me-
family's tea on there. What do you want to know?
Let me sign
About
up from
whom?
This. Let me sign up from this.
I go in there, they're like, oh, you can't do TDA.
Yeah.
You never know. You might be.
Yeah, but I keep a secret from them though.
Esther could be MI6 right now, and you wouldn't
You
even know.
wouldn't know a thing.
It's true, you know?
Just what I'm saying.
And because I play about so much, no one would ever take me seriously. Because I would tell people dead ass, I really am, and no one would believe it. I'm like, okay then.
That is true.
Yeah, that's a whole nother life, you know.
I love that, man. No,
Young James Bond.
maybe it's still
over
part of
there.
it. Who knows?
Take it out. I need to change it. I already ordered an Excel. It should be coming today. But take it out and back in.
Does that make a difference? When people blow a charger and stuff, what are you blowing?
The dust.
And you think that one huff is always going to take it all down?
Might mess up the connection. I think that's not bad.
Do you never like get a can of drink and blow the top?
I wipe it.
Yeah, it's back.
Do you do both?
I'm a wiper.
All right.
I don't be blowing stuff.
Don't blow stuff.
No, I blow
That's
nothing.
crazy.
My business.
That's crazy. Still, I hear you.
I blow the word of God. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't even know what that looks like. That's what I hear you.
All right. Well, let's go on to some of the notable dishes.
Oh, nice. My favorite
Okay.
part.
So, first one, again, trigger warning, guys.
Trigger warning
Yes.
on food.
I may butcher the words.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what I'm
What to
saying?
say?
I think what they eating over there.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Well, the first thing is full, F-U-L, and then Madames.
Yeah, that's fine.
Full
Full
Madames.
Madames.
It could be something else, though. Innit? It could be pronounced something else. But basically, it's a fava bean dish. And this is the national dish of Sudan.
Okay.
National dish, yeah.
The national dish. So this meal is made of cooked fava beans, seasoned with cumin, and combined with a range of different vegetables, chili peppers, lemon juice, garlic, and spices. There you go.
That's the national dish.
Mm-hmm.
Has that got eggs in it? People love egg, you know.
I see an egg.
That actually,
I can't. How do you spell the Madames, bro? I can't see it.
is that beans? Is that beans?
MEDAMES.
Yeah, cool.
So, Ben, do you mind clicking on one of the images to make it bigger? Maybe the nicest looking one. Is that beans? What was it you said?
Yes, beans. Fava beans.
So I'm just so weird with food because I just feel like eggs and beans should not go together, ever. Unless it's in moi moi. But maybe it does go together.
I guess it's not mixed, though. It's kind of just, you can leave it there. Have it separate.
I like the presentation though. That looks nice.
Yeah.
I'd have
Can
that.
work with it.
Side of plantain though.
Next thing is something called mullah, which is like a meat stew, and it's served with kisra. So mullah is MULLAH, and it's a popular celebratory meal in Sudan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a rich beef stew that is blended into like a smooth consistency.
What makes it rich though?
I think all the tomatoes and stuff they put in
I
it.
think that things are put in it.
Yeah,
Oh.
very, yeah. And apparently it's very commonly eaten, man, with kisra, which is like a thin Sudanese flatbread made from flour and ghee.
So who's putting fufu on it then?
That I guess that might just be another alternative. You know, every African country's got
Okay.
some form of maize.
We
That,
we
you know
love
what I'm
it, man.
saying? Yeah.
Okay, not
Yeah.
bad.
They got something called tamaya as well. This looks good. TAMAYYA. And this is chickpea fritters. Chickpea fritters.
Chickpea fritters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, man. Look at that. That's
I'd
good,
eat,
man.
I'd eat that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm saying nice and fresh, plant-based and whatnot.
I'm here for that.
And these are prepared by seasoning chickpeas with cumin, lemon juice, coriander, and garlic, and mashing them into like a paste. And then that paste is
looks
then
nice.
rolled into small balls which are fried until golden brown.
That looks very nice. This is the same thing. It's like akara a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks very nice.
Have
you had that, Brent?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah, you would enjoy Pylori.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
What's
a bit
Pylori?
like this. It's a bit like this, but it's lighter and fluffy and it tastes better.
You would say that though.
It don't taste better than
No.
akara though.
It does.
Have you had
Impossible.
akara? When did you have akara?
I had it 2 weeks ago.
Goddamn lie.
With who? As in who brought it
You heard
to
my
me?
question, yeah.
Nigerian person.
This is oh.
It's like fucking Nigerian women.
That's the feels offended.
Okay, now you've been fed. Love that for you.
I have definitely eaten akara a few times.
Mm.
Yeah, a few times. I've been to a couple of weddings where it's just been on the table.
Yeah, I found that weird. I had it at my cousin's wedding, but I was
Why?
like, oh, when is
See,
this is weird.
it's funny you said this
Woof, woof.
because I was about to catch him out and say, "This is not served at weddings."
Yeah, I
But
should have
the
let him
fact-
land.
yes.
Yeah, but that's the first
I
time
don't
I
care if
ever.
you don't think it's been served at weddings.
No,
The wedding I
there's a
went
right
to,
and wrong thing to do.
There's a right thing.
wedding-
There's a right and wrong.
Oh, you
Why?
mean
Why
it's
do you
not
think it's
supposed
wrong?
to be
It's
served
not
at
meant to be
Yeah,
a wedding.
yeah.
Why?
Because it's a breakfast or a snack.
Yeah,
It's not even a snack like that. It's a
Then
snack
that's why
after
it
you've
should
had
be
breakfast.
served at weddings then.
No. It's
Because
a snack
you
after
have
you've.
your bowl of
Hey,
nuts.
hey. You're not.
Chin
You had
chin.
akara with nuts.
No. They had different bowls. And they
That's what I'm
had,
saying. It doesn't go with their bowls. You
All
have
to- all
you have
together?
nuts.
Like
You have
finger food.
chin chins. You
Okay.
have plantain crisps. You have puff puff. You spring roll samosa. That's what it stops.
It was like a
So
carousel.
that's what it's done.
Nah,
Are you sure
man.
that you sure it might have been what's the alternative of puff off? There's another
Buns.
one. It might have been
Buns.
buns,
So
man.
y'all know I used to film weddings, right?
Yeah.
I've been to bare weddings.
And they've had akara there.
The ones that I went to that had it, yes.
That's weird. I
What
said
is
the
it?
ones I went to that had it.
What? I know.
Does it trigger you? We talking about
No,
weddings.
it's just the way you said it. The ones that I went to had
Yeah,
it.
they had it.
I mean,
How's your
That's
planning?
interesting.
What's your new business?
oh, sorry, say that again. Say it again. I can't hear you, Brent. What was that?
You and Esther's new business. How's
Oh,
that going?
listen, I told you that I ain't thought about that conversation since I was here
I
last
can
time.
imagine.
Yeah, because obviously Essence did other things,
First
as
of
you
all,
said to
yeah.
yourself.
You keep pointing
I don't
at
know
me.
If
why.
you want me,
I don't know why.
if
I
you
had
want me
nothing
to
to do
hit
with
the
that.
accelerator on you today, I am ready to go. Just say the word. I told you I had a good night's sleep. I'm alert.
Well rested.
Okay.
I've had it.
Okay.
I've had it. To be honest, it's tasted different
Yeah,
each
it,
time.
yeah. It depends who makes it. I make the best akara. Though. My akara slaps.
You would say that though.
No, I do because even my mum's like, Esther is the one who makes it. It's like, okay, you go forth, sis, and you. Because I love it so much. It's one of my favorite things to eat.
When it's so fresh and
Oh, gosh.
God is good.
It's so funny. All you're saying this definitely wasn't any akara at the wedding.
That's it because it's so uncommon.
It's so interesting that you're not telling me I didn't eat this.
But you, cause
Yeah.
I'll be so real
I
with
didn't
you.
find it at the wedding.
I'll be so real with you. Because you're not Nigerian, I don't know that what you ate is what you think you
That's
ate.
what exactly.
What else is that looks like that in your country that I could have eaten?
Buns, puff puff.
I ate a bun or a puff puff.
No,
I
it's not.
would-
A,
no,
it's not
no,
bun.
everyone is
It's not-
buns.
Yeah.
It's not uncultured. It's not A1. It's buns.
It's buns.
Even if it's one.
What are buns?
Buns.
Buns.
Sorry.
Do you get the cultural?
See, when you say a bun, yeah, it sounds like you're saying bun and cheese type of thing.
But you can't. Buns is buns. There's no singular, there's no plural. Buns is buns.
I hear you, but what is it made out of?
Flour. Got flour, yeast, milk in there, I believe.
Sounds sweet.
It is sweet. Well, it's not actually. Not everyone makes it
so
sweet.
you-
Not
Yeah,
everyone makes
not
it sweet.
always,
Actually,
yeah.
yeah, it's not always sweet.
So sometimes it's savory.
Yeah, basically.
And is it like Ankara? Because that's chickpeas.
You said Ankara.
No, but we don't make.
Ankara is the
Ankara
cloves.
chips.
Akara.
Okay.
So you think I would put something in my mouth
Okay, what did the Ankara taste like?
like chickpeas? And I told the person at the time, oh, we kind of have this because it's kind of dense.
Okay.
And our Polari isn't dense like that. It's like it's really, really light and fluffy and whatnot.
Okay, maybe I feel like you did eat it then.
Stop
if you've eaten
telling
a few
me
times,
maybe I know I ate it.
I took the maybe out of my sentence. You didn't let me. You just heard it. When I paused, something's been taken out. You did eat it. Because he said he's had it a few times. So
but we don't use chickpeas though.
No, so I think he just didn't. But it's beans, so he would not have been able to place. Because our beans, we don't know if it's kidney, we don't know if it's beans.
Or whole mix up chaos.
It's just it's one of those. I feel like Nigerian food is if you know, you know, and beans is just beans. Like it's just beans, really. Okay, you had it then.
Don't you all think that as you all stay longer in this country, you all drift further away from the proper etiquette of Nigerian traditions,
like
especially at weddings, mixing chin with akara?
Clearly, the ancestors will be shook because I've never been to a party in Nigeria where I had akara.
No, never.
It's not meant to be there.
There are also fusion weddings where you have a West Indian and an African get married, and then they have a table where it has both of these things, and they just put it there, saying, "All right, cool, come and eat it."
Yeah, but you know, like in every circumstance, akara has no place in a wedding unless you're giving people breakfast.
Would you have bake at a wedding?
Have what?
Bake. Like, describe bake, Brent. Bake.
But it's like dumpling, but proper.
Okay.
As in fried dumpling.
What proper?
But proper. As in you can make a sandwich out of it.
It's more airy.
It's floaty and
okay, I get you.
Yeah. It's a trick question you're asking me because you're saying what would you give to the people attending your wedding to eat, right? I would definitely give them bake. I would definitely give them roti. I'll give them everything that I would normally like to eat, but I don't know if it's that is right.
This is what I'm saying to you. And I think if you're there with other people from Trinidad who are older than you, they probably advise you, Brent, are you insane?
No,
don't put it on the table.
That's because they're not getting married though, and they're not looking to look after the bellies of the people that are coming. Would you like to eat bake at a wedding? You know what bake tastes like. Would you like to be?
I'm not fussy, so I could eat anything, but I wouldn't expect it there.
I hear you saying you wouldn't expect it.
Can you imagine me? I'm sitting at a table, Trinidad people are getting married, and there's bake and there's slice of cheese.
No, don't.
No slice of cheese.
Bake is not just with cheese. But
But you get what I'm saying.
Saltfish.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying though, like.
But what I would do with the bake, I would say, all right, cool. Whilst you guys are waiting for the main, here's the bake. Do you understand?
Yeah, but there's something else you could do instead of that to have while you're waiting for the main.
All right, when we're talking about weddings, right? You guys have never been married, apart from Emmanuel, right? Mm-hmm. And you followed the traditional way to feed people, right? I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. If you get married again, no, forget it. When you get married, are you going to follow the traditional way to feed people?
What's the traditional way to feed people?
And this is what it's so funny because you guys are getting onto me for this is not supposed to be.
Stop saying you
and
guys.
Now you're saying what's the traditional way to do it?
It's a question. What's the traditional way to feed people?
No, I'm gonna have a fusion of things.
Depending on who you marry, Gareth Southgate.
My main thing is so that people.
I'm ready. I just got my foot on the accelerator and I'm ready to go this morning.
I'm ready to crash.
People need to be fed, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would never get married
and
have people complaining about the little itty bitty stuff that. Because I know how many weddings I've been to and how it affects when it is that they won't feed people properly, right?
Yeah,
so that's the main thing I have in my head, and definitely bake.
Do you know what? Actually, when you think about it, though, actually, I would move away from traditional because I like weddings where I go to where they give you you have the proper meals and whatnot, but then later on in the evening you have little food. So you have traditional. You might have suya, or you have fried plantain and fried yam with something else with some kind of sauce or blah blah, or you might even have burger sliders and stuff like that. Just meal after, but those aren't really traditional because in Nigeria, just go and get more jollof rice if you're hungry later on, kind of vibe. So yeah,
it's food up on rice.
And the fish and all that kind of stuff.
I've been to what do you call those halls? Is it halls?
It's just a hall. Party halls.
Yeah, I've been to a party hall where they've come with the first serving, and you have a bowl, and it has different things in it. And I've seen an akara in there before.
I know. I feel like it is a thing because my cousin had it at her wedding. Me and my cousin were shocked. I said, "What the hell is this doing in here?" But I feel like people do have it, but I just haven't. That was my first time encountering it.
And they normally
in a wedding,
big plastic tubs.
Yeah, but that's a cooler.
Containers.
Everything's in there. A cooler.
Cooler?
It's called cooler.
Cooler?
Yeah.
Not a cooler?
No,
there's,
it's cooler.
There's no
Cooler.
ER on that.
It's a Nigerian word at this
Cooler.
point. We claimed it.
Exactly. Like Pepe.
Yeah, pepper. Exactly.
Sorry, man. Go on.
Ah,
All
dear.
right. So there's another meal called Asida. ASSEEDA.
ASSEEDA.
This is basically a porridge. It's a Sudanese porridge that's thought to date back.
What's this? Is this Nigerian?
I've not had this.
Is it Nigerian?
What is that? Oh, I can't
Or
read that.
is it somebody from Sudan who sent that,
I can't see.
Oh,
asking me to throw it up? Oh,
sorry.
how do you spell it? Akbar? Type that to see if it's.
Oh, that's This is Nigerian.
Oh, you might
I
didn't
think
know.
it's Igbo. No, but I think it's like Igbo or something. I've seen it before though.
Oh.
I don't know every Nigerian dish. Friends,
Do you know how many tribes there are in Nigeria?
Especially when
you
it's not
put-
mine.
Okay.
It's not my tribe.
But even within our tribe though, even within the Yoruba tribe, there's so many different foods.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when I was younger and I went to Ife, there was this thing I ate and it was like, oh, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now, but it was interesting. It was like peppered plantain and it was just different. Like the food there is different. Everyone has different types of foods and stuff.
I want to go there, man. Ileife.
Yeah, that's where my grandma was
Just
from.
put this up so
What,
that people
paternal
can
grandma?
have a little context. This
Yeah.
was sent to me by somebody in the community,
Big up, big up.
and it's called Okpa. It's Nigerian, and I
I've
don't
never
know what
seen
it
it.
is. Is it a fruit?
I ain't had that in years.
A vegetable?
Have you had it before?
I ain't had it in years since I was like,
Oh, you've had it.
yeah, I ain't had it in
What Nigerian tribe are you?
Yoruba. I ain't seen that in a very long time.
The bag is what, that picture with it in the bag? No, next to it. No, down. Next to cashew. Yeah, that one. That's what made me recognize it.
Looks like a cashew. What's cashew?
Or wherever those are.
You really can't see, can you?
No, I can't. But that's what made me recognize it.
Where's it made from?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I might have tried it before 'cause I can smell it right now.
Serious? Yeah, here's some more cashews.
Those are nice.
These are the Okpa.
Okay, that's what it's made from. Okay. Oh, if there's anyone in the community that knows of a Sudanese restaurant, man, let me know. I want to try their food, man.
Yeah, you go ahead. To be fair, we added to our TDA tour. Food tour.
This is it, man. Yes, like I was saying, Asida is a Sudanese porridge dish that's thought to date back to the 10th century.
Oh, Ben, can we get that, please?
What?
ASSEDAA.
ASSE.
EEDA.
Yeah,
And it's quite simple. It's made of rye, flour, and water.
Okay.
And it's basically found as a side dish at a lot of special occasions as well. They also use it during like Ramadan as well, I guess maybe to break fast and things of that nature. You can add honey or butter to it as well and make it into like a sweet dessert dish. They got something called kajaik, Kajaik, and this is a fish.
A fist?
Fish stew.
Oh.
It's a fish stew. It's made of freshwater fish, and it's very popular in South Sudan. I think you people like this.
I like a fish, man.
Oh, that looks nice. Just fish stew.
Fish done well.
Love a good fish.
Yeah. So yeah, funny enough, this is even served with asida as well. You know that Sudanese porridge?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they serve it with that as well.
Okay. So that's the thing sometimes about food I don't understand, because in my mind, something like that, should be with something like more solid. But the porridge isn't that solid.
Yeah.
It's running all over your mouth.
And the last thing I'll mention is something called basbousa. BASBOUSA. And it's like a sweet cake. Yeah, man. And it's made with semolina. And this is found in like many countries in Northern Africa as well. And this is served with syrup and yogurt.
It looks nice, man.
Find it in bakeries and street markets across Sudan. And yeah,
That looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll pick up the Sudanese dishes.
Actually, you know what, let me give you two more quickly. Yeah, they've got something called mugbasa. You don't need to put this up, but this is basically like mashed ripe bananas, and then they mix it with breadcrumbs and honey.
Okay.
It's an Eastern Sudanese dessert. And the other one that I wanted to mention is a camel burger.
An animal camel.
Yep.
No
I'd
way.
eat a
What have they ever done to anybody?
I'd eat camel meat.
Oh, you've had it?
I would eat camel meat. I've seen them chopping one up and stewing it and grilling it in my favorite food vlog channel.
That was it.
It looks nice.
That's different.
And it's basically it's one of the leanest red meats available.
But it is.
Lean.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just looking at the shape of it and you're thinking, ugh.
It's just some animals that's just like,
Yeah,
why?
I just never.
You know?
It's healthy as well.
No, but I just never imagined people were actually out there eating camels. But I used to probably say the same thing about dogs. So.
100%. Or just cows as
Yeah,
well.
it's a bit different.
Could be
anything.
Camels
It's not
are a bit different.
How's it
Camels
different?
don't disturb
How did
nobody.
you just say it's not different?
Camels are
Do
literally,
you
they mind
have-
the
do you have
business.
camels as pets?
How's that different though?
If I was from Morocco, I would.
I'm sure some people have pets.
You have a camel as a pet.
If I was from Morocco, I would.
People could have dogs as pets.
Maybe not in Morocco. Actually, there's a lot of stray cats in Morocco. So, it's just that.
I'd yam a camel.
But it's only because of how you see a dog. Like, someone who sees camels all the time, that's their dog. And they will see...
You're not gonna try to flipping convince me that.
I'm
Moroccan
not
people
trying.
see
I know
camels as
you are who
pets.
you are. I'm not trying to convince
I'm
you.
just saying.
I'm
eating
just saying different exposure to things will make them think. Like, it sounds wild that someone would eat a dog, but for someone, it would sound wild that you're eating a camel because for them, a camel is their dog.
100%.
Yeah.
Stop saying 100%.
It's like
100%.
rabbits. Some people have pet rabbits.
Yeah.
That's
What's that
true.
girl?
Would you eat a
Even
rabbit?
in the jungle the
I've
other day.
eaten rabbits.
You've eaten rabbit?
100%.
Did you like
Danielle from
Nice.
Hollyoaks. She's in the jungle. She's I'm a celebrity right now. The other day they had a rabbit for dinner. She's like, I can't do this. She's like, I've got a bunny at home.
it? Yeah, see.
Yeah.
So it's different for everybody.
Did I tell you about the time
Rabbits
that
aren't supposed to be pets.
Huh?
What?
Rabbits aren't supposed to be pets.
Why?
What, meant to be food?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like getting a
But
rat.
dogs are meant to be pets.
A rat. I'm giving it a name. I'm saying, oh, kuchu.
No, that's not the same
That's
way people look
hamsters.
at rabbits. And
funny,
even then,
yeah.
people have hamsters.
It's
But
funny.
would you
yeah.
eat hamster meat?
Me,
Yeah.
if I was in the jungle,
No. In your
In
normal
general.
life.
anything.
That's wild, man.
Not in the jungle, that's different.
That's
Here
wild.
now in your comfort.
And if I went to a restaurant and they said this is
With 7 hamster.
yeah, I'd
You're
taste
moving wild.
I would taste
That
it.
is brazy. The fact that
As long as
Just-
it's grass fed and, you know.
it. Do you understand that these particular things were wild first? And you can go in the jungle and you can see on forest, you can see these hamsters like fluffy and plump and ready to eat.
that doesn't make me want to eat
Just because
it
you now
anymore.
put a little bone in it,
What?
you wash it and you put it in a flipping cage with a wheel.
Innit?
Listen,
was
man,
the
if you'd eat a camel, you'd eat a dog, as far as I'm concerned. So,
How?
you know.
This is not the same thing.
Yeah, for me,
I'm
it is.
agree with you,
Yeah,
yeah.
for me, it is.
Eating a camel, you're already eating a dog.
Yeah,
So get off your high horse.
Next, you eat an elephant. I'm sure there's people out there that eat elephants. You're all in that region right now.
Well, I've got 2 left.
I've had elephant.
You've had elephant.
Yeah.
So I'm saying.
No, it's
That
why
is
you're no
wild.
wonder you're vegan. You have to be vegan.
They serve
What?
they serve at them Brazil restaurants.
Brother,
Yeah,
you've
I've got
had
it.
elephant.
When I go there, I
Yeah,
have chicken.
you know the rodizio.
The dish, you've had this. The thing. No.
They came round with a skewer and said,
No, man,
they were
they
like,
lied
a
to you.
skewer.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
A skewer of elephant.
That is wild.
you know the rodizio restaurant.
Arrest
Yeah,
them people.
yeah. I've been to one, yeah.
No,
but listen,
arrest
I
them.
don't remember eating no
Do you
elephant.
know what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the man was like, elefante.
Do you know how cheeky it is here to skewer elephants?
Yeah, you're rude.
You couldn't
man.
even give them like a graceful dish.
Nah, big elephants.
meat is
You
meat.
know, like skewer.
You and Brent are wild, man. You might as well eat cats as well, then. Do you know what I mean? Why not?
That's too far.
How's that too far? You've
That's
had
what this is. That's too far. That's where we draw the line.
Yeah, you've had elephant though. This
Actually,
brother
what
said
other-
he's had camel.
We're here now.
What?
What other animals have you guys eaten?
I haven't had it. I would eat it though.
You've had
What other
rabbit
animals have you
anyway,
guys
man.
eaten?
Wait, y'all haven't eaten rabbit?
No, I ain't had no.
I haven't.
I only you ate lamb for the first time the other day.
I feel bad when I eat duck. I'm like, I might be eating someone's cousin.
Okay.
Someone's cousin?
Yeah, I like ducks. As in, like, I like ducks, quack, quack, whatever. So, do you know what I mean?
I said quacking them. Quacking them, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to eat duck. I had lamb, though. Lamb is a recent thing for me.
You can't eat duck?
No!
Serious?
Can't eat duck.
I get it, though. I understand.
Nah, it's weird. Even
understand.
lamb, like I only had lamb, but I had to just say to myself, it's beef.
Wait, you actually like the animal duck, right? The ducks, you actually like
I
ducks?
like no animals.
You don't? Oh, you don't like? Okay, nah. That's different.
They all make me sick.
Duck is normal to me.
Nah, I can't have duck, man.
Interesting.
So what other animals have you guys seen, please? 'Cause I'm so curious.
Yeah, he's got a while over there, boy.
Outside of beef, chicken,
Venison?
Who?
Yeah, venison.
There.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
roadkill.
I've had a whole...
just run it over.
Roadkill.
Just run it over and put it on your back.
No.
Then once you get the back of the truck.
What was that restaurant that I went to? And it had some wild meats. And had a selection of them.
So that's their USP. Wild meats.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a Brazil? Was it a Brazil one? Or no?
I don't know.
Used to give the Brazilians.
I don't know about the elephant stuff. I don't know about the elephant stuff. It's so interesting that they're selling elephant in the UK.
Yeah, innit? But the guy was at Elefante. So I was like, what?
Elefante.
Because obviously, whenever they come
taste?
round, it tastes like
Don't say chicken. I hear people say
No,
steak.
don't say
it tastes like proper, I guess, like
Steak.
meat, steak type stuff. Yeah, it was solid.
Of course it was.
That's that shit that make me actually go vegan.
Them man were cooking.
Because I'll be honest, when I keep eat certain meats, I'm just like,
Yeah, how?
I don't, like why?
Yeah, what made you like, what made you want to go and attack
And it
the
makes me
elephant?
just think of our insides and just how chaotic that might be.
So the insides are screaming. Listen,
I'm definitely allergic to that
if
shit.
your insides can talk, when that elephant meat, landed.
So what else have you guys eaten? Sorry.
I think that's it. Like just the normal lamb, beef, chicken, fish.
Outside of those, though, you've had elephant. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's it.
That's wild.
Because
Have you had
everything else, no, I've not had rabbit.
That's next on your list.
Actually, let's do Brent's
Nah,
list
it's
because
too late.
Brent will have something we can see if you've done it.
Let me see.
Remember when I came to you and asked you if you all eat dog?
Is it? Well, we don't eat dog in our
Your
tribe.
claim that your
It's
your
a
people-
Calab.
your claim that
Actually, let
your
me
people,
never say that. We claim what?
Claim.
you said it was a Calabar people.
No, I didn't. We said what?
Calabar.
What did you say?
People you
We
gonna
claim
claim?
what?
Your claim that you all don't eat dog.
We don't. The Nigerian,
don't.
like Yoruba people don't eat dog.
You say we just changed it from Nigeria to say Yuba.
No, because we can't speak for all.
I can't speak for all
300
tribes. Do you know how many tribes there are in Nigeria? I don't know which tribes do. If they
I've
do.
seen you all eat snake.
They do eat
alligator.
snake. They do eat alligator.
Anything you all can catch.
They
I've seen the villages and the markets where you all sell everything.
Yeah. So what's your point? Because
You're all open-minded over
No.
there, man.
I'm telling you, they sell all of that stuff. I still ain't eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even eat shaki. How much more?
Yeah, you even eat duck, so I hear you.
Exactly. So what have you eaten there, sir?
I haven't
What
eaten
haven't
an
you
elephant.
eaten, actually,
That
maybe?
sounds crazy to me. Because I didn't know that you can kill elephants to eat it like that.
Yeah, that's why they're
wild.
in what's the word, extinct.
That's wild.
Eating an elephant is mad. You know, can't you even catch it to kill it? I mean, they are quite dumb to be fair though.
Elephants are stupid.
Elephant.
They're dumb.
They're
No,
not.
they're not.
Don't they? That's why they fall in holes all the time.
Elephants are not.
I've seen hella videos on the internet where elephant is just in a ditch. How did you get there? Your big ass self.
Elephants can't be that dumb.
How did you not see? There's a ditch there. Actually, no, they were rescuing the baby from the ditch. And then basically the mother came back to thank the woman who, they are intelligent.
Oh,
Like, wait, I bet you add this in your clip there, you witch over there.
Everything. Few moments later.
No, it was really sweet actually. So she recognized the woman, the villagers had helped her get her baby out of the ditch. And then she actually came and brought like a little fruit or something to her to say thank you.
Yeah, elephants,
Oh, no, that's
elephants
sweet.
are smart.
Yeah.
But someone like you would be like, if you really mean it, give me the baby then. That's my dinner. Okay, so what else? So elephant is wild to you.
Very wild to me.
Why you smile like that?
Because they're endangered in my head. So you might well just go into
Yeah, but
a
if you- don't you
random
think if you keep-
Brazil restaurant in this country and then see
It never was the underground joints. I don't think you should have said down there.
Unless he was lying to me, just to, you know what I mean?
Elephant day.
Yeah,
Elephant
maybe he was
day.
lying to me. Maybe he was
Are
trying
the
to mock
elephants in
me.
Brazil?
I don't know, man.
Why is it a Brazilian
That's
dish?
why I think where you went, It's one of those ones where like there's funny business going on there, as in like
Higgy.
it's like drugs, but they're having to put a restaurant at front as if they're,
maybe.
because that don't sound right. And on skewers, no less. You know just how rude that is.
No, but everything's on the skewers though. It's on like they got. These
them
big,
little rod things. Okay, yeah. All right. So Brent, what else? Why do you smile like that? Like you're doing wickedness.
I'm thinking, should I do wickedness? But it's too early, and I don't know if I'm gonna be committed to it for the entire episode. Because once I engage it,
yeah, you have to actually stay there.
Yeah.
Growth. You're thinking about these things out.
I ate a caterpillar.
Oh, that was different to what we had here. That was a worm.
I ain't doing that.
Oh, I thought it was a caterpillar.
Was it? Mopame worms, isn't it?
Yeah, it was worms. It wasn't caterpillar.
It had worms though.
Look like caterpillar, but
Just one. It was dried up.
It tastes nice.
Sun dried.
Would you have tried it?
I don't know if it looks nice. I'll try it.
If it looked nice. It didn't look nice.
What do you want a worm to look like?
No, but as in that, I'm very visual with my food. So again, if I see something and I don't like the look of it, I'm not eating.
It's just like a burnt worm.
It wasn't burnt.
Grilled.
Did it
I
look
didn't say it was burnt. I said it looks like a burnt.
Did it look seasoned? Or just
It
burnt?
looked like it had flavor in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was hollow.
Hollow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I wanted
tires.
Huh?
It tastes like tires.
Tires.
And fish.
Because I don't know why I just thought there might be some like filling in it.
Like
some kind of squishy.
squid.
I don't know, Brent. I don't know, but this is disgusting. When I had it, I just didn't expect it to feel so hollow. It just felt like it was empty inside.
Yeah.
Which is good now. I think about it in hindsight because I don't want it worm poop in my mouth. That's disgusting.
Worm what?
Poop. Might as well eat ass. That's not my flavour. Anyway.
You said you went uni in Kent.
I thought you could ask me about eating ass. I was what? That's Brent. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Canterbury.
Did you see a lot of rabbits around?
Yeah.
Cause my brother went to uni up there as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he basically one day randomly, right? So he had.
I'm so scared where he's going.
I think it was a Chinese person. So I think he was staying in a campus, whatever, and there was some Chinese people there, or a Chinese guy anyway, amongst them. And one day he must have come home and seen 4 or 5 dead rabbits on the countertop.
No way.
Telling you.
He's stealing uni's property. They would have kicked him out.
The Chinese guy. Do you know what the guy was doing? Honestly, the guy was going around setting traps.
Man's hunting in uni, That's crazy.
Imagine I can save on food. Guess what they have over here, mummy?
Yeah.
Rabbits. And I bet that's an elite dish as well.
That might have saved them 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Do you know how much food you can get from a rabbit? If it's a fat rabbit, them rabbits are thick.
Rabbit don't have meat like that.
They don't.
Don't they? Oh, you would know, innit?
Yes, I would.
People eat the heads. This is making me
terrible,
sick.
Yeah, I like rabbits, man. They're cool. I ain't eating no rabbit, no elephant.
I said they're cool. I said they're his friends. Do they eat fish head?
Are you Chinese?
No, you lot. Well, when you eat meat.
Oh, no. I couldn't eat them things. Fish eyes, fish heads, I couldn't do none of that.
When do you?
No. But apparently it's the nicest, and the brain also.
Do you know I hate people say stuff like that?
I can't do that. Man.
It's the nicest. Shut up. No, it's not. No, it can't be.
Because of how it looks.
No, just because what makes you an expert?
Because they probably ate it.
Nah, man. I just think if you eat fish head, you eat anything. Then again, my grandma used to eat, so I love my grandma, but she used to murder that shit. It's crazy.
What about can you eat the what's them things called? Oysters?
Yeah, I can't have oyster.
No, is it oysters or mussels?
It's oyster, yeah.
Oh yeah, oysters.
I can't do it oyster. I would 100% throw up.
I can't do that either.
Have you had oyster? You've had oysters, definitely, Brent. You must have.
So I like to basically say I don't like something after I've actually
Had it.
Because one thing saying, it's nasty. Looks
You
nasty.
criticizing me?
No.
Oh.
Because I just had to recall.
Oh, okay.
I would be the one who would look at oysters and be like, how are people just going, I'm going, It looked nasty.
It looks
and
nasty.
once it is, I tasted it, I'm confirmed, it's nasty. It's not for me. It's not for me.
What do you taste like?
Slime.
And sea.
And salt. I heard very salty. Nah, that's terrible, man.
But apparently it's a aphrodisiac, innit?
Like sexual.
I don't give a shit about that.
Makes people horny.
Not for the French people though, innit?
I'm sure there's other ways
Not
we
just
can do
French.
this.
Just French.
You know the French, their stuff
Anybody
is
can get it.
confused.
You can find. Not anybody can get it.
That sounds crazy.
Wish I could clip you up. Nah, there's other ways you can get honey. You can find it at the bottom of a wine bottle. Yeah, I don't have to go the oyster route.
Sorry, when you drink wine, do you get honey?
No.
It's a female thing. You wouldn't get it.
Ah.
What, wine makes females horny? Wine.
100%. Guys will tell you that anytime.
Wine.
What do you think is at the brunches? We're going there to drink water.
I just see women just drinking it in general.
No. Wine will obviously
Is it just
there's a
because
limit.
This lowers your defenses.
Sorry?
And once your defenses are down, you're like just,
Lowered. It's not lowered. It's just complete
Women.
flat out gone. Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
You mean like what?
When you drink wine,
Yeah.
the fact that you say it makes you horny, is it because it just lowers your defenses?
No, it really goes straight to the pussy. Not even lying.
What is it?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
I don't know what the
Hold on,
ingredient
can we
is.
go back there a second? She said it goes straight to the pussy.
But let me clarify this though.
Like it's protein
After
off
a
the gym.
certain limit. Like what?
What?
Like it's protein. After
Don't clip that up.
Hey,
you might
that
have
is
to,
funny.
you know.
That is funny. Straight to the pussy is crazy.
Have you never seen that? I've never seen
How
it.
would I have seen it? What, am I just like in the body, just watching it happen?
Give a girl a bottle of wine and see what happens after that.
Just bypass the stomach.
It just goes straight down. It's the art of gravity. It just goes straight down, honey.
Yeah, I might have
There
to,
we are. But it's after a certain limit, obviously.
Might have to try that one day. Yeah,
It's no wine drunk is lit.
Is that white or red or? You know?
I feel like wine.
Wine.
Yeah, just not prosecco.
Red,
Not like
okay,
not a bubbly wine.
Okay.
Actually, well, depends. They're laughing behind me now. Can we carry? What is this, Sudan?
Straight to the poo-tang is wild.
Can you stop moving, please? This is.
Who, me? Oh, sorry, I'm fidgety, man. You know what you do? Can't you make me look smaller? So if I move and all that, I'm still in frame. Okay, sorry. I'll try not to move kind of hard still.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So we've got some famous Sudanese people, right? Esther, do you know any famous Sudanese people?
Ooh, I might do. No, she's not Sudanese. Oh, are they?
I feel like you know somebody.
Is it a model?
Yes.
Docky Thought? No.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's awkward. Who is it?
Alec Weck.
Oh, yeah, that is.
No, if you see her. Brent, Google please. ALEK space WEK.
I'm glad to see the ladies are agreeing with me. Exactly, it's a known thing.
Well, I like Moscato.
Yeah.
I only discovered that last year.
That will.
That's nice, but that's
Guess
a bit
people- guess
that's a bit
people going.
sparkly though, no? A bit bubbly, shall I
It's
say?
fruity.
Beautiful.
It's nice though. Oh, her, yeah.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
I was thinking of her, but I didn't know her name.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous.
Stunning.
Sudanese.
Beautiful.
She's from South Sudan. Luo Deng is a basketball player.
Yeah. He's
Oh, let me
he's
see him,
Sudanese,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sudanese.
It'd be awkward if I don't.
Luo, LUO, and then Deng, DEG. Or DENG,
About
pardon me.
6'7". Right up your street.
Not really. If he's not cute.
He's alright.
Don't choke now.
I nearly choked.
I see
I
you.
nearly choked.
I see you. Breathe.
Yeah, he is actually. Oh, okay.
She said, oh.
That's lovely. Who else?
We've got, what's her name? Zainab Badawi. You
I love
definitely
that
know
name.
her.
Zainab.
Zainab.
Yeah.
Beautiful name.
I like her. This woman's amazing.
Badawi.
She's a journalist. She used to be on the BBC back in the day. You don't know her? Wait, you must know her.
I think I've seen her
Brent?
before. Back in the day, yeah?
Yeah. She used to be BBC like
The
news,
long time ago
news
days.
thingy,
Or
yeah.
what? Like, was it BBC
Okay,
One
there she is
or
in front
Two?
of
One, I
BBC World
believe.
News today.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
She's
her.
from Sudan. I was watching. There's like a history of Africa documentary.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like 50 different episodes or something. She's the host of it.
What is it? Yeah, I like. Love that
She
part.
got like a book that's about to come out anyway. I believe like in April or something. So yeah, man, she's very talented, man. Speaks multiple languages and all that. Also Tayeb Saleh. He's one of the most influential Sudanese authors. So he's best known for his novel Season of Migration to the North. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man.
Don't know who that is.
Ismail al-Azhari. And he was a Sudanese political figure and a nationalist as well. Back in the days, born in 1900. Yeah, and he was basically the third president of Sudan. But yeah, I believe that's it. We can wrap up there, man.
Okay.
Oh, date of independence, 1st of January 1956.
Big up them.
1st of January. Man. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, that's a lovely way to start in here.
Yeah. So big up Sudan, man. Beautiful country.
Big up them. All right.
That's it.
This has been an interesting episode so far. So let's get into our headlines.
Again?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Already done that, man.
I would.
Already done that. That's old news.
As in you go dogging?
Been there, done that.
Say again? I don't know about dogging, but I'm talking about like just just getting jiggy with it in public.
No.
Yeah. I thought everyone's done that by now, man. As a
Some people are law-abiding citizens. So
and some of us are
and
not.
that is the quickest way to join the sex offenders list.
And clearly some of us are not. I remember getting caught by a police officer, to be
serious?
fair. Yeah. I was in West End, went with my little brother and went to this birthday girl's thing. And me and the birthday girl slipped out.
Okay.
Type thing. We tried to go into the restroom in the club and the auntie
As in you went to the toilet to have sex?
Yeah. And the auntie was like, no. So, all right, cool.
Just think, I have to say it here. Don't be stupid.
And then
You always do that?
So the auntie knew what you was going there to do?
Well,
Weird, 'cause why is the boy in the girls' toilet?
I've gone into the women's.
female.
I was
Okay.
yeah. So do you know what I mean, usually it's guys in men's and women's in it in terms of like people that are serving. You know, like
It's
with
guys
the,
and
you know that the
men's.
people
Oh,
that
yeah,
serve
yeah.
the alcohol and So then she stopped us and then we just hit the Leicester Square and then.
let's just.
Yeah, the back streets of
Find
Leicester.
a corner
The
somewhere.
back streets of Leicester Square were getting it going. Then all of a
See the way he
sudden,
said Leicester Square, yeah? I didn't. It's like I clocked that was the end of the sentence, but I didn't want to believe that was the end of the sentence.
yeah, back streets of Leicester Square, and then
Was there other people there? Because in my mind, this is what happens.
we were kind of hidden away, and I just remember, "Oi, get out of here, piss off!"
But you had sex on the streets?
Yeah. What do you mean?
In the corner somewhere.
Yeah, we're in the corner somewhere, and the police officer found us, and then we just moved somewhere else.
And carried on.
Yeah. Well, why should we stop? Because he interrupted us. We're having fun, man, and it was a birthday.
I guess it's necessary.
Yeah. Would you? Oh, what? Would you want
Birthday
to?
sex in the alleyway is mad.
Yeah, I mean.
Sis, stand up. Want more for yourself. In the alleyway.
That's what she wanted at the time. What can who am I to blame? What are we talking about? Who am I to blame her and be like,
She
you
was
should
had
do
a
this?
hella wine.
The wine went straight to the pussy, innit?
Because you know what? Nah, that one knocked the sense out of her.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you know when it's different levels, isn't it?
Can you sell alleyway sex to me?
How do you sell alleyway sex?
You've done it many times, so what's the
I didn't say
what's the
many
rush?
times. I done it that one time. And I don't know.
I don't know if I believe you.
Why didn't you believe me?
Because you did a thing after you said that.
What's the thing?
That makes me think I don't
Don't
believe
listen to him, man.
Now,
Don't listen
I
to
know
him.
it's got nothing
He
to
has
do
a
with it. I didn't even look
No,
at
I ain't got no tick.
You have a tell.
I ain't got a tick. I ain't got a tick. I ain't got a tell.
So how many times have you had sex in the alleyway?
So I have to think about my life now in order to
I
like.
told you he was lying.
Sometimes it wasn't an alleyway. It wasn't.
Yeah, but as in like
Two walls at each side,
Look, I've definitely had sex outside a couple times, like a few times. But in terms of
In the
that,
park?
say again?
In a field? In a
Yeah,
savannah?
definitely done a park. Yeah, we've all done parks. Okay, maybe not.
Yes,
I say we, but obviously some of us are a bit prude.
As you wine and dined.
Yeah, done
hell?
parks, church doors,
Church
Church
doors.
graveyard.
Graveyard.
You
You say church doors. What do you mean
balcony.
church doors?
As in that,
You just leaned against
we
the
were
wall.
walking past the church door, and she pulled me in, and we just stay on the church door, man.
What do you mean church door?
The church door. This is the
Outside.
church, and we're on the door. Church door.
You're at the front of the church door.
Yeah, like we're about to go in, and we didn't obviously make it in. Clearly, so.
Clearly not.
You were about to go to church?
No. I'm
trying to
saying,
understand how you
where
have
in the
sex.
church door. That's the church
it
door.
The church steps. That's what you
Is
mean.
it ministry?
The
You
steps.
understand the church steps.
Call it what you want. We were on the door. Like, literally, we were on. This is the door right here. We were on the door. So that's why I say church
Obviously,
door.
black women, right?
Yeah. Black woman. I can actually tell you her name, but I
Also,
won't
with
do
a
that.
white.
Where else? Balcony, car, on top of a car.
On
Everyone's
top of a car?
Top of the car.
On
you know, like,
top of the.
you know, like, okay,
Nah, you're
bonnet,
horny.
bonnet.
It's
Okay,
different.
the
You know that bonnet? Yeah, come on,
I
man.
know that's what you meant, and it's still mad.
How? That's not.
Do you know how horny?
I don't
okay,
understand that.
Here's my thing, yeah. Do you know how
Yeah.
horny you have to be, yeah? To quickly go to a graveyard? To be on a car bonnet? Like, get inside the car. Why don't you make it inside the car?
I mean, people are adventurous, isn't it? People want to do it everywhere and anywhere. Like I've done it on not my neighbours, but like on my road further down in some kind of like in between houses type. Yeah,
What?
man,
But then it's down the road from your house. Why didn't you go in your house?
she wanted to do it there. I mean, let's go.
Oh, so this is like a fantasy
Wait,
thing.
between two semi-detached houses.
Yeah.
This is what?
Was it dark or was it broad daylight?
It was dark. It was dark.
Oh,
But I've had sex all day light though
So
in the park. So it was dark.
Did you try to conceal? Is it like your pants all the way down, or is this like a
What,
secret?
when I
opening?
was in
And she's got
broad
a skirt
daylight?
on kind of vibe.
Broad daylight.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was that. Just a little. Yeah, not obviously you're not gonna get naked.
little quickie kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
you're not gonna get that naked. type thing.
What about the
You're
one in Leicester
prolific.
Square?
This is square.
Oh,
Yes.
let's just get. I just had my pants on, man. So I mean,
Do you know what it
fuck
is?
stuff up. I think
Leicester
I just
Square.
had a t-shirt on. And yeah.
Was it winter or was it summer?
No, it would have been. It was May because that was her birthday. I remember.
Good, because I can say if it was winter,
No,
it's
it would've been a bit
ashy
cold.
knees. just
Everything
having a
ash.
little sex. This
You
is
look
so funny to
confused
me.
over there. What are you confused about?
So, do you just shake it off afterwards?
What do you mean shake it off? What? How did I can't remember what happened. I don't know.
Just put it back in your
What?
boxes.
Is
I
this
don't know.
bareback?
Is what bareback?
They were
The
walking
act,
around
the
with
deed.
a condom. No.
Or you wearing
I can't
condoms?
remember. I usually wear condoms, but I can't remember.
Did you use a leaf when you're in your pack?
A leaf? What? What are you talking about?
How do you clean up?
You go home and clean up.
Put your pants up and
You
just go.
couldn't wait until you went home. So
How do you
I
know
put it
that?
like this.
How do you know that?
This is so funny to me.
Oh, it was an activity.
What are you talking about?
As in your plan to do it.
No, I didn't plan
Each
to
of
do
the
it.
times you've just mentioned, you didn't plan to do it. You got a
No,
problem.
Not really. How have I got a problem?
How are you saying how?
How? Well, wait. How have I got a problem? Because I had random street sex.
It's not random though. It's
It's
a
random.
bit of a pattern here.
It's not. We're talking
Okay,
about a year.
tell us
I'm talking about a long time ago.
What's the
like,
graveyard one?
what do
Were you
was
on
it?
somebody's grave? Or or was it standing
God
sex?
forbid. It's
What
bad
are
enough
you
I was on-
doing?
I said, God forbid.
It's good.
Don't you
It's
dare
bad-
to stand on the
it's
cross.
bad.
Don't you dare. You had sex on church steps.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And then you had
That's
sex in the graveyard, but then on someone's grave is where it's God
too
forbid.
far.
So
I mean,
where did you do it?
I wouldn't
On the
say-
bench?
I wouldn't say it was on. So I can't remember. Probably maybe on a bench. I can't remember. It was ages. I just remember we were in the graveyard, but we definitely weren't on the grave. I'm not that crazy. Like,
Is it the same woman?
this is different
Graveyard
occasions.
woman.
This is different occasions.
Did you meet the woman at the graveyard? How do you know that
No,
she
I
was,
just know the person. Innit?
she wasn't from the graveyard?
I just know the. This guy's crazy. I just know the person.
I'm crazy.
Did you?
Someone said people beating in alleys are not wearing protection. That's true.
That's true.
What's that?
If you're having sex in the alleyway, condom is like,
Yeah.
that's it. You don't even think about
That's
that.
an afterthought.
That's
man.
silly. I don't think it even comes into the thoughts at all.
Yeah.
Probably.
That couldn't be someone's pregnancy story though.
You'd be surprised, man.
Nah, no one's not gonna.
I'll tell people it was in flipping, what's that place with the white, really blue oceans. That's impossible. That can't be my story.
Santorini.
Anywhere, Brent.
You said you have sex in Santorini?
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, so you wouldn't have sex on the beach?
I would.
Okay.
But not like Brighton. Got me a fancy beach.
Hey,
I've got standards. That's so funny. Graveyard is taking me out.
south of France.
The church steps, nothing the Lord hasn't seen. This,
Tell me.
not that people having sex in church. Would you ever have sex in church?
Would I?
Yeah.
I'd have to be there first.
He said, I don't get past the steps.
Imagine you said the wildest thing that I've heard in this room is you telling me that I was in church.
That's crazy, y'all.
I have to be there first, so like, there's got to be a purpose for me to go into the church. I ain't been to the church in a long time, other than when we were filming the other day. So, do you know what I mean? Just making up a scenario that I might not even be in that scenario, type of thing.
Are there certain places you think, nah, like that's disrespectful. I can't do it there.
Kind of hard for me to think that now, considering.
Did you meet the girl before you went to the graveyard, or did you meet her at the graveyard?
No, before I went to the graveyard.
Okay, because people are saying it might have been a ghost.
That's just ridiculous.
Is it
but,
ridiculous?
Yeah.
That's what's ridiculous. Out of all of this, that's what's ridiculous.
Do you think
That's so interesting?
obviously certain people believe in soul ties and stuff in it? Do you think that he has soul ties?
Yeah. Do you believe in soul ties?
I think it depends.
On what?
And we saw your tie.
Yeah. I didn't hear what you said, but
What
what soul you're tying?
What does it depend on?
I'm not sure if every single sexual act has that particular.
Oh,
tether.
okay. Expand.
Obviously, a soul tie is a tie to another
Person.
yeah, bundle of energy and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And then you feel it because certain things happen when it is that you think about such and such, or
Yeah.
you're not, and it takes you a while to basically get over certain people, and like you want Willy all the time, or you want pussy all the time, you know, that kind of demonic attachment.
What did you say?
I don't think it's always like that for everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I don't think just having
Especially
sex
if
with
sex is
somebody is
dead.
going to basically, engage that particular
Yeah, I agree with that.
energy
So that's what soul ties
rap.
is.
Yeah.
I thought it was more so this whole, your spirits and I tied together.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
because sex is a spiritual thing. I see sex as I experience it as a spiritual thing. So that's where the soul ties comes together, because it's like your energies and yeah.
But it's only when you do like full blown sex.
That's what he's trying to say, that he doesn't think.
Precisely, because the activity that you've been doing, like, are you trying to tell me that spirits intertwine when it is that there's just a lollipop action? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's, for me, I think it's full blown sex.
Or
But even then, not all the
Elon's
time.
worst.
Sorry?
Is that?
What? I can't hear you. You're whispering too much.
He said something must be the worst.
But what? I wanted to do something. I heard the worst.
I don't think it's appropriate.
No, can you wait? Put your mic to the side and tell me. Oh, 100%. 100%.
You don't forget that.
There's a lot of breaks. It's happening anyway.
Oh man.
That's just a silly situation. But I personally feel like it is full blown. Certain, yeah. Wow. Go to church in it to get it out of you. Exorcism and stuff like that.
Only the blood of Jesus can.
Really can truly cleanse it all. Well,
Man.
episode is one for the books. We haven't read one headline today,
Not
you know.
one.
Okay.
All right, so some stuff is happening in Israel, right, guys? And a deal to extend the current ceasefire between Israel and Hamas by 2 days has been agreed after a frantic dash by mediators was just over 12 hours remaining. Sorry, with just over 12 hours remaining before hostilities in Gaza were due to resume. So Hamas said it had agreed to the extension of the 4-day truce by 48 hours after the intervention of Qatar and Egypt, who were the principal mediators for the initial agreement, and with the same conditions. So there was no immediate confirmation from Israel, but Antonio Guterres, who's the UN Secretary General, hailed the extension as a glimpse of hope and humanity in the middle of the darkness of war. There are widespread fears that any break in the conflict that has devastated swaths of Gaza and killed many thousands of civilians will only be brief. Next headline, also linked to the same, to the previous headline, and the EU's Foreign Affairs Chief, Josep Borrell, has said that Hamas is a terrorist organization that can have no future politically or militarily in Gaza or the West Bank. So Borrell was speaking in Barcelona alongside the Jordanian Foreign Minister, Ayman Safadi, who repeated his belief that it was for the Palestinians alone to determine their future rulers. The two men were attending a union for the Mediterranean Regional Forum, along with 48 other countries in the Middle East, Europe, and North Africa. Israel was invited, but they declined their invitation. Burrell said that there was strong support at the summit for the current humanitarian pause in the war between Israel and Hamas to be extended to make it sustainable and long-lasting while working for a political solution. But there was pessimism about the prospect of the ceasefire being extended beyond the end of the week. The difference over Hamas, reflected widely across the diplomatic community, is between those that think Hamas is entrenched in Gaza and those who think it's necessary to ban Hamas after the war ends, saying its violent attack on Israel on the 7th of October, which, as we know, killed 1,000, at least anyway, 1,200 people in Israel, precludes it from any future political activity. Burrell said that he believed that there were some things everyone can agree on, including no to the return of Hamas to Gaza as a political and military force. This organization has harmed everyone, including the Palestinian people. I don't know how they're planning on getting Hamas out of there, though. And the last headline, James Cleverly. Remember the guy I was talking about the other day? So he's apologised in the House of Commons for using inappropriate language about a Labour MP, but denied he used a derogatory term to describe Stockton North. The Home Secretary has faced allegations he used a swear word to describe the Labour-run area. Addressing the controversy directly for the first time, Mr. Cleverly said he would never insult Stockton. Interesting. So he's saying it's not him. I thought
what did he say the other day? It did.
Exactly.
He said it wasn't him. Then he came out and said, okay, yeah, it was me.
Maybe he's saying what he said was in reference to the MP and not to the area.
Well, we don't
He's
care.
trying to switch out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he said he used the term to describe the constituency's MP, Alex Cunningham, following claims that he called Stockton North constituency. I was waiting for you, Esther, to give us what he said.
Shit!
Mr. Cleverly said that for the avoidance of doubt, I did not, would not, and would never make such comments about his constituency. Responding to a point of order raised by Mr. Cunningham, the Home Secretary said that I know what I said. I rejected the accusation that I criticised his constituency. My criticism, which I made from a sedentary position about the honourable gentleman, used inappropriate language for which I apologise. But I will not accept that my criticism was of his constituency because it was not. It's cleared up there, man. Okay. But that's it for the headlines.
Thank you very much. Let's get into the topic of the day. What are you saying?
Who are you?
You.
There's nothing suspicious about me. An open book.
We know that.
When I want to be.
We know that.
All right. So today's topic of the day. By the way, obviously I wasn't there that day when you guys did the Evil Eye Bad Man one. That was inspired by my good brother from Senegal that I picked up the last time, Mohammed,
big up him.
who lives in Barbados.
Oh.
He also inspired this one here, man.
I love
You know what I'm
this.
saying? I think I might start calling him Senegalese Mo. You know what I'm saying? Just give him his own.
His name Mo.
Yeah, Mohammed.
Oh, okay.
Senegalese Mo. So big up Senegalese Mo, man.
Big up him, man.
And the question he's asking today is, as an adult, do you feel it is now your responsibility to look after your parents? You know what I'm saying? How much as adults are we responsible to give back to our parents? That's the initial question he asked.
Okay. Oh, to answer.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think we are responsible to an extent.
Okay. What does that extent look like? What's the limits?
So, how much I'm giving cannot infringe on my personal life.
Okay.
It cannot be to my detriment.
Okay.
Because I feel like that cycle doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, parents have children. Children have to be here, but the parents have children, and parents should ideally take up responsibility of taking care of their children, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously, as a child, you understand that your parents have worked hard to get to a certain point. Mm-hmm. You can become successful, or whatever, make something for yourself, cool. And then you realize that your parents then go back to that stage of being vulnerable, which is where you were as a child. So yes, you have to step in and do whatever it is that you can to help them, whether that's you taking care of them yourself or helping them to get the help that they need in care or wherever it is, that kind of stuff. I believe that has to happen. But the line is that I can't spend so much of my time taking care of my parents that it infringes on my personal life. So when they do die, I'm now having to start from start from zero. But then I'm now close to that age. So my kids are now gonna, what are we doing here? Do you get what I mean? So I feel like, I feel like it's taking care of them and caring for them, but not to the point where you stop caring for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say? Okay, so those were the limits. What would you say is the minimum one should do?
So you gotta make sure your parents have a place to live, food.
So what if they had no place to live? Would you, and you had the money to, I guess, maybe put them in care? Would you say? Would your,
leave me.
would your first, God forbid, but would your first thought be to take them into your home, or would you be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna set them up elsewhere, give them maybe a small bungalow, rent one place for them, or put them in care or something?
I will always be for. It's one of those things where you have to have conversations. Obviously, if you've got siblings as well, I feel like if someone can take her in and it's not a thing, then yeah, cool. But if not, we can set this up. Do you know it? Because I feel like after a while, you just you have your own space. Your parents have their own space, and I feel like when you then have to come back together, it's very chaotic. And I like my own space. So yeah, if it's like a temporary thing, just for like maybe my mom's house being done or something like that, and for a bit that I can do that. But if it's like long term until death does us part, I would rather set something up.
Okay.
Set up later. I'd rather set something up.
How do you feel about, like, would it be on your mind to basically be like, oh, are these people looking after my parent all the time?
No, but I would make sure that is the right thing that's being done.
How do
anyway.
You know? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't. You saw my personality test. I'm observant.
I'm only saying that because obviously, like, if that was the case, God forbid, none of us are there. You know what I'm saying? And then it does kind of, life just goes on.
Yeah, but you know what it is though? Because I feel like that's the thing. When you get to a certain age, your parents as well, you can't let life go on where you don't check in and you don't da-da-da-da. Do you get me? So hopefully, if your parent is in a place where they can actually express to you that this person is a witch I'm living with or take care of me, whatever, then that'd be great. But obviously, sometimes your parents are not able to do that, speak for themselves. Unfortunately, it's one of the things you just gotta trust, man. Nothing is perfect. Do you get me? And sometimes, the person might take care of your parent might be perfect, but your parents is just difficult. But I think I'm not opposed to secret cameras. I would do that with nannies. I like when people do that with their nannies as well and stuff like that. You have secret cameras and stuff like that. But again, you just got to. Are you talking about like a care home, for example, right? You've just got to. You got to just trust that. You've got to trust that. Unfortunately, you just got to trust that. You do your research, speak to other people that are there, people that are already there, speak to their families. That kind of. You just got to. You got to do as much as you know that you possibly could, and let God intervene, man.
On the secret cameras point, do you think it's better to have secret cameras or to tell them that you have cameras? I'm thinking let's just say you have a mansion and you've basically brought in a nanny or two or whatever, and whether they're looking after your children or your mother who's in a separate part of the wing, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Is it better for you to tell them that we have cameras?
I let them know that.
Or would you instead just have secret cameras and not tell them and then watch it back to see if it is that they have been wayward?
I'll tell them because I don't want to see you naked on my camera. I'll let you know because I feel like if someone tells you they've got secret cameras, you're going to move forward having sense.
Okay.
But I don't have time to be watching back footage every day and all that kind of. So I will tell you that I've got secret cameras. I will have secret cameras though because I don't want you to try and test me about whether or not I do have secret cameras. I will have the secret cameras. And I will let you know that, by the way, we have cameras in the house.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have cameras all over my house.
But is it going to secret?
What's that?
Why?
For
What's the
reasons? I definitely have cameras, man.
What's the reasons? You can't just mic drop.
No, I don't want to share the reasons.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I bet.
Wait.
So
Let me not do that because I'm not the type of person.
It doesn't sound like a deviant thing. It just sounds like
it will sound deviant if it is people don't know my character.
Okay, that's
if it is I have parties and whatnot, and I'm now saying, as in party with strangers coming to my house and whatnot.
Yeah, party doesn't sound good anymore since Diddy. This is freak offs.
Yeah. And I have secret cameras, and I could be having footage of like people naked in the silence and just getting off and that. But that's
not what you're doing it for.
Yeah, I don't welcome people to my house like that.
True.
Yeah, it's for me and my wife. Or my girlfriend. I see them as the same thing. It's interchangeable. Because obviously once it is I love you, you're my
you love
wife.
me, yeah.
You're my wife, yeah.
Well, that's how guys get you. Women get a ring.
No, that's just me.
Yeah, I hear you. But sometimes women will hear that, but they would not know the person they're dating is not a Brent. He's not honest. So don't let a guy get you like that.
Amen.
There's between my wife. And here they are, other wives. So there's that.
So you guys.
You know that video that went viral the other day, right? Well, yesterday.
Yeah.
If it
you
was
see
your wife or your husband, would you all participate in that kind of stuff?
Oh, you went in the toilets?
Yeah. Dominic
Why are
Sinclair
you
2.0.
laughing?
I swear. Because what I'm
Said,
telling
been there, done that.
what I'm telling you guys about is stuff that happened to me years ago. I'm not talking about stuff I do now. And I saw that video, and obviously they're saying that Dominic can now rest because there's someone else.
Can he though?
There's someone else to take
Because
the mantle.
if Dominic could really rest, Dominic's name should not be trending.
He did that in public. Dominic was in public.
That was in public though.
No, he was in private.
Actually, to be fair, yeah, because I feel like the person that recorded them was out of order, man. I don't think it's nice to
There's two
record
different
people.
angles as well, right? So there's one recording here and one recording there. That's
That's so pathetic. I think that's out of order. I think it's out of order to breaking their privacy like that. Unless they're bemoaning and making a lot of noise.
Apparently,
I don't know.
she's a wife.
no way.
Yeah, and she
Is that her husband?
no, and she wanted the individual who posted it up to remove it because she wants to save her marriage.
But maybe her man don't eat pussy. So
That's not an excuse.
I didn't say it was. You are adding seasoning to stuff I did not say.
I'm just saying.
What did
you
I
said-
say?
Yeah,
You
but
don't-
what
you
does
don't
that
help
mean
yourself
though?
at all.
Sorry?
You were advocating
I
for...
wasn't.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Are you so right?
What are you saying? Yeah, tell us what you're saying.
Wrong is wrong. Cheating is disgusting. Look at you. Cheating is disgusting. It's low.
That's the. This is a new light for you.
It's not a new light.
No, it's
because I've been
darkness.
preaching Jesus all day.
Darkness, yeah, pure darkness.
He says a new light. It's not light. It's the absence of.
I am not advocating for cheating.
So
I
then
don't
why would
believe
you
in
say?
that.
Why would you say?
It was just a random thought like in my head. Excuse me. Excuse me
Oh, you just sharing.
for being on a show
You're just
and
sharing.
speaking.
She says all entertainment. Baby.
It's all entertainment, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all entertainment.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I've been screaming this for time, and everything I say is all entertainment,
No,
baby.
shut up.
That is all entertainment.
No, but that's out of order. I feel like the person that recorded it was really out of order. They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'll be real with you. She can actually go to the police about that. So, sis, if you're listening, if you watch TDA by any chance, or you're her friend, tell her she can report that to the police. And you will put it down. You will not ruin my marriage. That's awkward.
You guys are going to have like a little fun in your marriage, right?
Always.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can get married, but right.
I look forward to it.
100%.
You know them vibrating panties and stuff like that?
Oh,
Get
serious?
it all out. Yeah, it's a lip. And
Well,
he has the
you-
remote.
You
He has
don't
the
need
remote.
much, you just need wine. So why have the vibrating
Yeah,
panties?
straight to the pussy.
If you don't think I'm going to be using that as a title, you
No,
must
you
be
can't.
crazy.
That's why just don't quote me. Actually, he also would have said it. No, it's all like part of the it's all part of foreplay and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can you have wine, whatever, but again, I don't want to be drunk. So that's the easier way. I love stuff like that. It's exciting.
Sorry, Manuel.
Yes. So you guys,
We've got a theme today. This is just not it.
looking after your parents. Do you feel like it's your responsibility?
Got a whole
I'm seeing
topic.
a lot of people in the chat kind of talking about it would be nice. Obviously, I'm kind of paraphrasing. It would be nice, obviously, do it, but the expectation is, I guess, the issue. And also, obviously, if I'm down bad, I can't.
Yeah.
Or don't expect me to, and things of that nature.
That's crazy, man. Even for people to think. I understand that reality kicks in, but the saying is that your parents are meant to look after you when you're young. You get older, and then you're meant to look after them.
Yeah, but you know what though? I get it, yeah, but at the same time, parents you have to be responsible to make plans for yourself as well, for outside for when you're older. You can't rely. You can't rely. I get the expectation part because say for example there's a parent who's relying on their children taking care of them when they're older. I personally think that's out of order because your kids have got their own life to live, and I think that's the issue when it comes to parenting and children and stuff like that. Children didn't ask to be here, so it was your like. When people think about children, yeah, they're like, oh, I did this for my kids, did this. Well, duh. You're the one, like, having children was your decision to make. Having parents was not my decision. It's just what I came into.
That sounds
and I'm
wild.
not here. It sounds wild, but that's the reality though. I feel like emotions is what clouds looking at this the way one could really look at it. And unfortunately, that's why you got a lot of kids then who feel like they're just held, that they're doing so much and they can't tell the parents no. And I think that's wild. I think not being able to tell your parents no is wild. Because people say that's disrespectful. No, it's not. I can't do it. I can tell anybody else in the world no, but I can't tell you no. But I can't do it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I get it. Yes, I understand. Yeah, your parents took care of you, blah blah. And I would take it. Like my mom could have been going through something, and I have the means to help her. And I'm not going to help her, like because I love the woman. Do you get what I mean? But I don't think it should be an expectation placed on people where, like, when your parents are old, it's now your responsibility by force. No, they should have. Everyone has to make plans to be able to do that. Sorry, but if your kids die, what would you do? What would you have done then? Hire other kids to take care of you? No, you wouldn't. Have plans. It's not. I don't think it's fair to. I don't think it's fair that people have children and then place expectations about their livelihood on those children. I think it's really unfair. I've seen a lot of people who literally are stressed in life, going through so much on account of their parents' expectations that's been placed on them. It's out of order, man.
Okay, let's take away the parents' expectation. Let's just look at it from your perspective, right? From our perspective.
Yeah.
Do you feel like just innately, spontaneously, it's your responsibility to do it? Forget what they think, what you think.
I think if you can afford it, then it's nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a nice thing to do. Yes, I would say yeah. I think there should be some level of care in that, even if it's them, like as in, and care stretches from you checking in on your parents to you housing them. Do you know what I mean? It's care. I feel like yes, absolutely, you should care for your parents, but it can just be tricky.
I get what you're saying in terms, obviously, like, you know, with a parent, a child never asked to be here. Innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if, like, you look after me, it's because you should do it. Because otherwise I'll be chilling somewhere else.
Your decision. You made that decision to have me.
Precisely. But just like a friend who never asked you to be born, right? It's still a friend that can, you know, go above and beyond for you.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like, cool, if we have a certain type of relationship, I will put myself in a line for you also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
but you know,
why don't we have the same type of thinking for our parents?
I feel like family is different, man.
Why?
I think family dynamics. I think with family, there's a lot of. I think there's more dysfunction in families than there are in your friendships.
Okay.
You choose your friends, and when someone is no longer like a good friend or whatever it is, you walk away and people understand that. Okay. But when it comes to family, people want you to make excuses, and I don't think that's right. Family is, to me, this is how I live. Family is a social construct, and what I mean by that is that everyone in my family, we were just placed together. We all woke up one day and found out that you're my sister, you're my brother, you're my mum, you're my dad, da 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 da. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that saying that because we're family, personally to me, family is not enough, as in the word family or us being family, is not enough for me to take bullshit that I would not take from anybody else in the world. And that's what happens because in families, there's a lot of toxicity in families. But guess what? You can't get rid of family because family's family. No, that person's a piece of shit. Yeah. And I would never have it. I wouldn't have, if in the friends I pick, none of them have a character like you do. Yeah. None of them could treat me the way you do. But because we're family, I should just be fine with that. No. Yeah. So do you get me? So that's why I said that there's more dysfunction in family than there are in your friendships. And I just think, again, a lot of people would think of that. So say someone can't afford it, whatever. People will expect you to inconvenience yourself. People will expect you to completely downsize, like just inconvenience yourself in the most inconveniencing ways to take care of your parents. Because again, it's family. Come on, man. Morning, caller.
Caller, please call back.
All good.
I was going to say, because you were saying that, obviously, about family and stuff, but then what about if you didn't grow up with that parent and then you got to know that parent later on? Obviously, your dynamics are different because that parent went in your house for however long and you're getting to know that person as an adult now. I feel like that person is less likely to even want to look after
100%
X, Y, Z because they never, there was like a large chunk of their life where they weren't there.
100%. And I guess that kind of ties in, because this is what I was going to ask you. I said, do you feel like your opinion there, where you talked about family being more dysfunctional than friendships? Yeah. Obviously, you're not saying that's all families.
Definitely all families.
But you're basically saying it can be. It can be more dysfunctional.
Yeah, it can be, yeah.
But in situations where it's not. Yeah. Do you feel like it's your responsibility to?
Do you know what? I'll be real with you. I actually don't think it's a responsibility.
Okay, cool.
I think it's nice. I think it's a nice thing for you to do. I think it's a loving thing for you to do. When you love somebody, I've looked out for less. But do you know what I mean? I think it's a loving thing to do. But I wouldn't say it's your responsibility, especially say, for example, you got kids and you got family of your own. Yeah. I feel like when you start creating your family, your own family, that family is your priority.
Yeah.
Above your mum, above your dad, above anything. That family that you have now set out to create, that is your responsibility. So if having to take care of your old family or like your extended family is going to affect what either your nuclear family, you got to make a decision. I wouldn't say this responsibility. I think it's a loving thing to do.
Okay. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Morning, what's going on, Esther? What's going on, Eman?
Morning, Ramsey. You right?
You good? Yeah, I'm right, thank you.
Good stuff.
I feel like I'm in a position to speak on this subject because I'm in that position right now.
Oh, yeah.
So after Zinad, my big sister, passed away, there were certain things that I had to sort out for my mum and my family. And I feel like what you said was right. Like, if I didn't get along with my family, I wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But because my mum has done so much, she basically just sacrificed her whole life for us, which is extremely selfless. I feel like I have to do what I gotta do, as well as it being a part of my culture. So in my respect, I feel like, and it's mad because there's so I can hear myself, and the echo is putting me off. In regards to how much you should sacrifice, I feel like yes, you need to take care of your mental.
Yeah.
But I feel like what you said, again, I got to agree with, is making sure that basic needs are met.
Yeah.
In regards to taking them to a care home, the prices are extortionate.
Mm.
And I'm not paying for someone to abuse my mum because I'll end up in prison. It's not
As we
happening.
know you will.
Yeah, I'm not, it's to think of someone hurting the person that's taken care of me since I love me unconditionally.
Yeah.
Is a wild thing. It's crazy. But in the same breath, if you don't get along with your family, then you got nothing. You don't owe them nothing.
Mm.
But it's a lot. All these people that tend to sacrifice their personal lives, and I think it's mostly to do with each individual culture.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's sad.
But yeah, so I lost my point. Yeah. It just depends on your relationship with your family.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are forced. It's that kind of responsibility is thrusted on them because it's a part of religion and it's a part of culture. So in Islam, you'd hear a lot of parents say that heaven is at your mum and father's feet.
Mm.
Okay.
Which is more or less meant you're supposed to treat your parents with respect. But some parents, obviously the toxic ones, will say that you need to treat me with respect regardless of how I treat you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you don't know how I feel about that. It would never be that. I don't have a great relationship with my dad, but I love my mum, like unconditionally. But yeah, I think that's my 2 cents.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with that. Because that's the thing is, if you love somebody and you care about somebody, you will look out for them. Like, I know how it is that when I see a stranger that needs help, how I show up for them. Do you get me? And how I go out of my way to help them or whatnot. How much more someone that I do love and care for. I don't love you though.
I think
I say that to the Lord in prayer.
I think you're right. Because you know what? Like I said, people are saying what they're saying in the chat. I actually want to ask you guys in the chat, your opinions. Is it because of is it a reflection of your relationships with your parents? Because I feel like it must be because of that. But maybe I'm talking from a privileged position. I don't know.
What are they saying in the chat?
Oh, a lot of them basically saying, it's like, me, my family, then my parents. I'm not gonna struggle to look after them, that sort of thing. Like basically, it's a secondary type thing.
But they're kind of saying what we're saying though, in terms of
I'm not saying that. I'm just basically.
No, but I feel like I'm hearing what they're saying. And I don't feel like they're saying anything that's negative.
No,
what I'm hearing them say is that if I can, I will. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to at the sacrifice of my.
Yeah.
Do you get me? But again, say for example, like your mum is hungry, your kid is hungry. Mm-hmm. Obviously, let's just do a growing kid because you are getting emotional about little kids. But like, it's a kid. It's not a baby. Do you know what I mean? So if you have a meal, some people give it to their kids because again, that's my priority over my mum kind of thing. But then again, if you love them and your mum is a nice person, she sacrificed so much for you.
Yeah.
You will break a piece for your kid and break a piece for your mum, and at least they've both got something. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's what Ramsey was saying about it's the relationship.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It must be.
Do you get me? So I think that's what they mean. I'm not saying. Well, I hope that's what they mean. We never know. So Ramsey,
I feel like just to add on to the point you had earlier, Esther, in regards to us not being asked to be born.
Yeah.
I was thinking yesterday when I was at work, like, bro, like my son didn't answer this, like, we literally just gave birth to my baby, and I'm like, damn, now we're supposed to navigate this world and all of that. Then I feel like to add on to that point, it's the parents' responsibility to make sure that things are patterned for them when they get older and vulnerable, to make sure that it's less hassle for their baby growing up.
That's actually a word.
My plan now is to make sure that I have enough assets, enough properties, enough liquid in regards to cash, that I'm able to take care of myself and also set up stuff like power of attorney, my will, all that stuff. So my son I don't have to rely on my son. He should be able to have the freedom to do whatever he wants and explore whatever he wants in life without me being a detriment to him.
Do you feel?
And I feel like that's a point that has to be made.
I think everything you said there is 100% correct, in my opinion. But I feel like in those situations where people don't necessarily have anything to pass down, right? Because you have to remember, most people, right, especially when you consider the average wage being like 20-something K, 27, 28K in London, right? Or in this country. Most people ain't got much to pass on. The average person doesn't have more than £100 in their savings account, right? This is just facts, right?
Yeah.
So if you consider that, try and think potentially that most parents are doing without because of their children. Again, the kid didn't ask to be here. But if you are a child, right, and you potentially see your parents saying, cool, you know what, I'm not going to eat maybe, or I'm going to have half a meal, for example, or can of beans, so that you guys can eat, so that you can all certain things you're suffering it, right? Do you not feel as though there will be something inside that child that should look up and be like, I appreciate this, and in a situation where I'm doing better, I will make sure I show you my appreciation.
I agree with that.
Do you know what it is? Oh gosh, right. This is my thing, right? I think that's a kind thing to do, but again, it ties back to the fact the kid didn't ask to be here.
Yeah.
So the kid didn't ask for you to have to do this and do that. I understand because obviously we've got, in this society we live in, we've got parents that just walk away. We've got parents that can afford everything, but they don't even want to be in the kid's life and all that kind of stuff. So it is definitely a gesture to be appreciated. I just don't think that because of your parents' sacrifices, you should be tied and bound to repaying them at some point. Because again, that is still their responsibility. I feel like the issue is that, and this is why I've been talking about this quite a bit recently. People need to be intentional about having children. Stop having children 100%. When you cannot afford the kids that you're having.
100%.
It's silly. And then when you then have the children and you're suffering and you're dealing with this and again, all of that is sad because you could be a millionaire and things could go pear-shaped for you. I understand that. However, what I'm speaking to is the guilt tripping that comes because you have to make sacrifices to have the kid. The kid didn't ask to be here. You could have made better decisions. So you would have had a child at a time when do you know what, when I had this child, I could actually afford this, I could afford that. There's nothing like you have to appreciate the sacrifices people make. I'm here for that. But whenever I speak like this, I'm speaking to the guilt trip that comes as a result of your parents sacrificing stuff for you.
But sometimes
that's not my responsibility.
I think maybe in my mind I'm just saying it as sometimes it's not guilt. It's more so just I want to do good to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what you did for me. You know what I'm saying? And every day you show me that you love me and you put me first above anything. Yeah, you may say, well, it's your responsibility to put me first, but there are many parents who didn't. Like, you could have given birth to me and given me away, right? Yes, we would have labeled you a bad mom or a bad dad, but you still did what was necessary and you tightened your belt hard.
Yeah, but it's just a fish swimming, though.
Well,
we don't say fish are talented for swimming.
Not really, huh?
So Ramsey?
Wouldn't you say that the parent that's less affluent now, in Emmanuel's example, wouldn't they then be forcing their child to stay in a perpetual state of having to hustle?
Yeah.
So instead of them accepting that their life, that they aren't making as much money, and therefore they're going to try their best to take care of themselves. You don't really have to have assets for that. You would then, to allow your child to explore the world and be successful in their own right, you're going to then expect your child to sacrifice their personal time to take care of you. You're just going in circles.
No, but remember, I'm not necessarily. I'm taking it away from what the parent expects. I'm putting it on us. You know what I'm saying? And whether you or we see it as our responsibility. Forget the recipient.
Do you know what's so interesting?
Do you feel like you should?
Because remember I said how I feel like with parents here, like you should really make plans as well for how your future is going to look and stuff like that. I agree with Ramsey when he was saying about, you know, as a parent, like you should try to stop that cycle of struggling and whatever, and push your kids to be like you're making sacrifice, of course, but you're making sacrifice so that they can go on to not be in a position that you're having to be in. Mm-hmm. And I understand like not having properties or whatever, but you could still give your kids life skills that will help them to go on to be great. Like my mum, for example, my mum's made her funeral arrangements. So she was like, when she passed away, she's got insurance, she's got all of that stuff sorted out, and she's got all the way down to her funeral plans. Yeah. So she was like, all you have to do is just show up. Because she was like, I don't want. She's like, you guys are going to be grieving the fact that you've lost your mum or whatever. I don't want stress of you having to find money to bury me, having to do this, having to do that kind of stuff. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But again, mum is not someone with multiple properties that she's leaving us. Mm-hmm. But what she's made that arrangement because it's like that stress comes off the children. And I understand, of course, for the normal family, people struggle. Again, that's why I've said about you could plan to a T having children. You could do all that stuff, and then life happens. You lose your job. That happens. But again, my thing, I don't like the whole where people are obligated to do things. I'm not here for that because again, with obligation comes some form of guilt trip. Because at some point, your parent will say to you, but I sacrificed so much for you. Yeah, but
not always though. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to take away from those type of parents.
I'm yet to find a situation. Any parent that will bring up the fact that they sacrificed so much for you, that in itself is emotional blackmail. Just bringing up to the fact that I've done this for you is emotional blackmail. If I say to you, hey man, do you mind doing this for me? You're like, oh Esther, I can't. And I'm like, yeah, but when you asked me yesterday, I helped you. Okay, even if I don't say it in that tone. Yeah, but when you asked me yesterday, though, I did help you. That in itself is already putting on your heartstrings of, I showed up for you once. You can show up for me once. Show up for me as well.
You're right, but I feel like as human beings, sometimes we forget. So if, for example, every single day...
Bear in mind when it's... Ramsey, whatever you're doing, we can hear it.
Oh, sorry.
Frying up some eggs?
No, I'm actually making a protein shake. My bad.
No, you're cheeky for that. What's got blend everyone and everything?
You have to bear in mind that when it is that we talk about topics like this or these, you are talking from your perspective, Emmanuel, and your experience, and in essence, you're talking from hers. So when it is that you push back on certain things, she will be answering from her particular vantage point. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm not
but I'm not even talking about my situation.
Not Brent telling Eman how to debate.
No, but remember, it's not a case of me trying to convince. But in my mind, I feel like there are people who hold both views who are listening.
But do you know what is my views are not even just a reflection of me.
Exactly.
Like I'm not bringing my view. No one's in my business. Yeah. I'm speaking to conversations I've had with my friends. I'm speaking to conversations I've witnessed with aunties. Like I have no people who literally demand from the children, and their card is, well, I sacrificed so much to have you. Kids didn't ask to be here. But in the same other way, I know people who, for them, they recognize that they're adults and they recognize that they need to set life up for themselves. Because again, by God's grace, no one's parents will bury them, right? However, the reality is that could be the situation. Your kid might move. Different things happen. So I've also seen parents single parents, double household parents who make plans to set themselves up because you're an adult. You take care of your children because your kids are vulnerable and they're kids, they're children. You're an adult.
I feel like
my mother hates when it is that any of her children look to do anything for her. It pertains to money.
Yeah.
Hates it. Don't even do that. Are you insulting me?
Yeah.
But she's done very well, to be honest.
That's sick.
Like, very well.
Sorry, Brent, did you say your mum?
Yeah, my mother.
Oh, okay. So,
But you see, but that's because, obviously, like decisions were made, responsible parents, right, who thought about the kids they had. You know what I'm saying? And I guess a lot of parents are not necessarily like this. In the same way, a lot of people who are our generation didn't think about the kids they're having. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, it's a reflection, I think, of the relationships you have. But I feel like, I don't know. Obviously, it's my own, perspective and things of that nature. But in my mind, I feel like just the appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not force. It's just because this person's such a nice person. Yeah. So if you put a parents aside, even just as a friend, this person's done this for me. Why wouldn't I if I can? Or even if I struggle to, because of all the things you did for me, and because you're just a good person, you shouldn't have to be left alone.
Where does that stop?
No, but I feel like
it's just down to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the guilt coming from them, right? It's just down to you.
So someone's like, okay, I can only do this for 6 months. Do you feel like that's enough?
They've tried their best.
Fair.
But no one's debating that though, Iman. I think with parents, well, especially from my parent and what sounds like Brent's parents, they wouldn't want their child to take care of them at their own detriment.
Yeah, of course, most good parents don't want that at all. I'm just saying.
So it's the bad parents that they.
No. What I mean is good parents who care a lot about their kids and are responsible. Like, why would you want your child to be paying for your bloody funeral 10 years after you did?
My mum literally always says
because they took out a loan.
She's always like, because I don't know, because I think it's the obligation, man. Because my mum always says, like, you guys go on and live your life. For her, she's just like, I've raised you and I've given you the best life skills I can give you. Yeah. You don't know Jesus. That makes me very happy. Like, for her, she's like, we put you through education and you got like the right foundation. So go forth and live your life. And I feel like that's what it should be with parenting. But not every parent sees it that way. They don't see their child living their life. That's why sometimes, well, even when people get married and stuff, their parents are still heavily involved in their marital home. Yeah. Because it's like, there's no separation. It's like, because I'm your parent forever. And you are, technically, but I also have a family now. Right. And so expecting somebody to infringe on the well-being of their family for you, because you made sacrifices,
No, but I do feel like one of the reasons a parent might say to the child, I done X, Y, Z for you, is because they probably felt like at the time the child was being ungrateful to get. So then they turn around and say, oh, well, I've done this, I've done that, but, as you said, the part of it does.
But that's the thing though, because I think, but that's actually a good point. Because I think if you actually have just kids that are just ungrateful, you should remind them that your stupid ass can sit there and be on a high horse and be ungrateful now because I did this and allowed you to do that. Yeah. But that kind of kids, you got to cut them off, man. Bad vibes. Can't have that.
And I think that's why sometimes...
Let me know how...
Yeah. Thanks for
calling. I was just going to say, let me not hog the phone, but pause before I go. Pause. Yo, Rich, you getting hard at a graveyard is crazy. That's wild.
I've got a lot of testosterone running in me. What can I say, big man?
Yo, wild guy. That's a wild thing.
It was in the past anyway, man. It was a long time ago, man. That was an old me. Do you know what I mean? So, all entertainment.
All right, love.
All right, man. So,
bye.
I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Yeah, I was going to say it's about the ungrateful kids. I think there's that, but I think also as well, like, but the reality is that human beings are human beings, innit? So, as much as we're saying this, like, there are parents who bring it up to their advantage when they want you to do something for them. And there are parents as well who use it in the right times they should use it and stuff like that. But I just think as an adult, the moment you become an adult, you have responsibility for yourself. I don't think it's fair for that responsibility to be on somebody else. And I think it's a nice thing for someone to do if they're able to do it for you. But I don't think that you should be all no. Because again, if say as an adult, I spend my whole life showing my mum kindness and repaying her for things that she's done, blah, blah, and then she gets old and I'm like, I'm unable to take care of you. Are you going to be defining me now by this moment? And that's what human beings do. Human beings don't remember what it is that you've done for them. So even the person telling me that they made sacrifices for me, you're forgetting all the nice things I've done. But because I can't help you now in this moment, you're going to judge me off of that. That's why there needs to not be responsibility on anybody. It's just a nice thing to do.
I'll give you that one. People are very forgetful.
100%.
Very forgetful.
Very forgetful.
I think it's because sometimes people receive your help and appreciate much more when you're in need. And when you're 80, 90 years old, you can't wipe your bum, and you're by yourself, you can't work. All these type of things there. It's like, that's when I need you the most.
Then you should have declined the other help and saved it all up for when you're 85.
Don't get me wrong.
You can't be telling me you need me the most now because, bitch, you needed me the most back then.
It's not a case
You've been needing me the most. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, it's the way human beings operate.
Yeah.
People come and tell you, people have been asking you, they've been borrowing money from you for time. Now, this money, they actually need it not to link a girl. They actually need this for a business idea. Now they're going to come and tell you, I need this the most. Well, when you was asking the last other 10 times, you needed the most then as well. Otherwise, what you should have done was save me up for a good rainy day. And that rainy day is when you're 90 years old. That's what you should have done. Again, it's all of this family dynamic of like, oh, it's your family, so you have to family. I have friends I'm closer to that are more family to me than actual people that I'm actually related to.
I heard that.
As an extended family. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. That makes
But
sense
again,
to me.
but people will not see it as that. They will just be like, oh, and people, I think also as well, sometimes when we have conversations, people reject how it is that they, like their family dynamics. So sometimes when you try to explain to somebody that, no, this parent is actually has not been a good parent, but that's to your mum though, or that's to your dad though. But that's a witch. Or that's an actual witch. But again, because you have a good relationship with your dad or whatever, you feel like they can't say stuff like that. I feel like with families, it's always so tricky.
Yeah.
That's why we've got to look at it black and white. What is an adult? Put your money up. Put your money up.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi guys.
Hey, Christy.
This topic, I can't lie, is triggering. Ooh, child. Anyway, E-man, it's funny that you're saying this because obviously I don't know you personally, innit? So clearly you say you're speaking from a place of privilege. But I kind of feel like, as I'm someone who's Yoruba, and I cannot lie to you, the entitlement that flies around in the Yoruba community, it's a lot. And don't get me wrong, I think there needs to, obviously there's a distinction. I think culturally wise, we're meant to take care of our parents. Like that culture dictates that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, culture does dictate that. And obviously, I guess when it comes to parents, especially the parents who have come over from Nigeria and come here, they obviously see it as, well, if I was in Nigeria, like, it's a community thing. It's community based, and I hear that. There's no such thing as like old people's home in. Well, I don't know of it. I don't know of old people's home in Nigeria. I don't know. I don't know if that's the new business thing that's happened in a lot of times. But I know for a fact I don't know of any old people's homes, because that's just not a thing you would do. Like, your parents would just, I guess you just kind of end up taking care of your parents. But I think that's fine. But I feel like when you come here, I think there needs to be some type of adjustment. I think there really does need to be some type of adjustment. And I feel like, again, I would take care of my parents. Like, I love my parents to like so much. Like, they have done so much. They've sacrificed and all of that. That's fine. And I think that's fine. But I think it becomes, when they're here, I think it becomes like this whole thing of they're bringing them certain mentalities. Is like, well, I have children because they're going to take care of me, essentially. Yeah. Like, what else have I have the children for? Kind of thing. And obviously their thing is to invest in children. I've raised you, I've reared you, you're out into the world. So there should be some type of, I guess, repayment of like kind of thing. But for me, I feel like in doing, if you've done that for me, for me, that should be me paying it forward. And me paying it forward is I'm doing that for my child. I cannot be now running money backwards. It don't make sense. And I said it in the chat that I feel like here, that's why it's hard to build generational wealth here, because of that certain mentality.
That's the problem.
Because in essence, I can't, you've raised me to do well and do this. Like, it was adamant that you must go to uni, you must do this, you must do that, you must get married and all these things. But it's like, okay, I'm doing all these things, but I'm doing these things to obviously secure my future. Yeah. And if I'm going to be if I'm going to be an adult in the world and you prevent me to be an adult in the world, I need to do so for planning for the future. I can't be running it backwards. And I feel like sometimes that's how they see it, that, yeah, well, you need to run it backwards. And it's like, okay, if we run it backwards, how are we ever going to progress in here? I feel like specifically for here, I don't know how we're going to build any type of generational wealth if that's the attitude that most, I feel like, I'm not saying most, but I feel like I've come across a lot of Yoruba parents that have that attitude. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I don't know about their community. I'm just saying for what I've witnessed and seen, that is their mentality.
And you know what is it? That becomes a generational thing, because if you spend your entire life trying to do this and for your parents, whatever, when you then have kids and you expect your kids to do that as well, at what point do we break this and where people can actually live for themselves and actually build for the family that they're going to have?
Again, I don't think that, I shouldn't necessarily say good and bad parents, right? But for lack of a better term, I don't think the good parents are expecting you to really suffer in order to look after them. I think it's just more so, don't forget me. And if I need something, if you can, please help. You know
no, it's not if you can.
The
because you know, if you're not necessarily, because if you're bringing up, if you have to bring up the sacrifices somebody's done for you, it's no longer if you can.
But sometimes that person, it's kind of like we just said before, right? Some people are forgetful. You help them, you sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And people take it for granted.
But you see what I'm saying? That it's no longer if you can. If that's what you want to do, you want to bring up old things and whatnot, that's fine. But that no longer moves to you. That's not an if you can situation. That is now emotional blackmail situation. That's not if you can situation.
Exactly.
And the thing is as well, and that's the thing, because with parents, a lot of parents, I don't want to go on a limb and say figures, but a lot of parents see parenting as making a sacrifice. It shouldn't be. Having a child should not be a thing where you feel like you're forever making sacrifices. I think that's toxic. I think that's such a toxic way to think about it. Because again, while you might feel like that, that might be your reality, you will, whether you overtly say it out or however you must or whatever, you will pass that on to your children, and they will always feel like they're under obligation to help you. Like it's like they have to, what's the word I'm trying to find? They're just under obligation to always have to help you. Yeah. This whole thing about being a parent, like some people just see being a parent as automatically you're making sacrifices. Why'd you have kids then?
No, don't get me wrong, yeah. Obviously, the sacrifices will vary from situation to situation, circumstance to circumstance. But I guess in my mind, I kind of see it like, this might not be the best analogy, yeah, but imagine you visualize your kid in the middle of a road somewhere, right? Yeah. And you know full well that if you don't do what's necessary to look after them, they may suffer, right? Yes, you brought them there, right? Whatever it may be, but that's the case. And imagine you running down the street with some food in your hand and you want to give it to them. And you're struggling, right? Because it's a long distance that you've come from, right? And as soon as you give them the food, right? Because you didn't eat it as well to help you get there, you've given them the food and they say, thank you very much. Forward planning now. I'm going to now pass the same thing on to my kids or whatever it may be, and forget you while you die in the street. I'm seeing it almost like, okay, I'm going to take a spoon to give me energy to move forward, but here's a spoon too. Look at what you did to give me this. Let's go together now. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to give you the biggest chunk because yes, forward planning, but I have to give you something.
Can't just forget your parents.
I can't just forget you.
Do you know what it is though?
Forget your parents, man.
What is parenting? Parenting is having a child and raising this child up to be able to be in the world.
Yes.
So you're teaching them everything they know, whatever. You're keeping them alive. You're doing this and you're doing that. That is not making a sacrifice. That is doing what you're meant to be doing.
No, but it requires a sacrifice.
No. Because if you have a child, no, it doesn't require a sacrifice.
Can I give you an example?
What it is? One second. What is? It doesn't require sacrifice because that is the responsibility of the action that you've chosen to do. If you have a little child that's about to run into the road, what you're doing is not sacrificing your life to make sure your child doesn't get hit by a car. What you're doing is taking responsibility, is taking care of your responsibilities, taking care of your child. I don't see that as making a sacrifice. I see that as if there was an armed robber that comes in the house and they want to shoot either you or your child, and you say, take me instead. That I see you sacrificing your life for. But when you're doing things, if for example you have children and there's no food in the house and you can only afford one meal and you give that to your child, that's not that you're not sacrificing that. What you're doing is you're taking care of your child. We need to stop using making sacrifices and actually and parenting as synonyms. They're not synonyms.
I think the only difference I would say is I just feel like to be a good parent, a lot of the time it requires sacrifice. I think the nature of the sacrifice differs. So, for example, if I put myself forward for armed robbers to kill me instead of my daughter, right? Cool, I'm sacrificing my life. But I feel like if I'm not eating and I'm giving you my food, I'm also sacrificing my life because more of this, I would die. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different type of sacrifice over a longer time.
I don't see that.
I agree.
I don't see that as sacrifice.
I agree with Iman.
Taking care of your child. Taking care of your responsibilities.
No. Again, it is taking care of your responsibility. You should do it. But I'm just trying to say that I feel like in doing so, it requires that. For instance, right? This may not be the best thing, right? But okay, my daughter's in nursery, right? I pay crazy amounts for her to go to nursery.
Yeah.
Now, if I didn't, I could use that money for something very productive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In Chicago right now.
You know what I'm saying? Very productive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, that to me is a sacrifice. It's me recognizing, okay, cool, I also could say to myself...
Why is she going to nursery that she's going to?
Because it's a quality nursery, innit? I know that type of stuff.
If anything, you're making an investment in your investment.
No, but I want to make sure as much as humanly possible, because I'm not there, that she has the best care. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
In the same way of education. I could put you in a public school, but because I care about your future, I'm prepared to tighten my belt and maybe not go on a holiday this year or that year or whatever next year, so that you can have something that I didn't have.
But that speaks to, again, the quality of the life that you want, the quality of parenting that you're setting out to do.
Yeah.
It's parenting.
No,
I personally just don't see that as, because do you know what? Because my issue with this sacrificing word is that we're at a point here, people use the word sacrificing interchangeably with parenting. You're just parenting a kid.
Yes.
Because I get the examples you're making. Yes, you wanted to go to private school, I can understand that because, okay, do you know what? We can't live in the house that we want to live in because that is sacrificing, because we're going to sacrifice for the family life just so, you know, she can be in this kind of school. That's sacrificing. Yeah. But people are out here doing basic shit that you should be doing for your child, making sure they're fed, making sure they've got clothes on their back, making sure they do this and do that, and they're calling it sacrificing. You're not sacrificing, you're being a parent. That's my issue. And the thing is, because my issue with this year, people are using parenting as interchangeably with sacrificing, and as a result, now this child grows up thinking they owe you the world. No, big man. You should have always fed me, because you're the one who wanted. You're the one. Because when I was thinking about it, I tweeted this the other day actually. I think having kids is one of the most selfish things human beings do, because not many people think about the quality of life that kid is gonna have. Anything like that. It's a selfish decision in that it's what you want. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So then,
it can be
for something that is what you want, a decision that you made, you wanted to do this. Yeah. To then say that you spent your life sacrificing when really and truly all you've done is parent me. No, I think it's wild, man.
I'm agreeing with you. It's definitely parenting. I just feel like sometimes to give an elite level of parenting, you do sacrifice certain things. Like there's certain things that you say to yourself, purposely, I'm going to do without so that you can have more of. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's parenting,
that's fair.
But I'm sacrificing so you can have more.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I feel like, like even Ed asked the question in the thing, am I doing these sacrifices so she'll pay me back later? 100% no. But if God forbid...
You surprised?
If God forbid... I'm not even going to use myself. God forbid somebody, right, is prepared to do all the things I'm prepared to do for their child, and that person is 80 years old and doesn't get a visit, doesn't get nothing.
Yeah, that's
God
crazy.
Forbid. The tears I'll cry in my spirit.
Hold up.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. With that extreme example that you've given,
yeah,
are you factoring in all of the trauma in between those particular years, the neglect, those particular years, the abuse? Because that's another extreme that you can basically factor in if it is that person does not want to basically look to go and visit that particular...
Oh, are you saying basically if the child has been going through abuse and trauma?
100%.
Yeah, 100%. I get it. Like, 100%. I definitely get it.
These examples aren't absent.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, traumatic experiences.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes,
but there are some people who forget their responsibility. Because I see it as a responsibility.
If everything is sweet, if they're receiving love 24/7, I don't think we're having this conversation. I think
you'd be surprised.
Not at all.
When you say you'd be surprised, I need to give me an example.
Are you
talking about selfish people? I mean, the person is an absolute animal.
No, but that's the thing. You remember, selfishness is perspective. It's you saying, because of how you live your life, I consider what that person is doing selfish. You see what I'm saying? That's it's all subjective. But I'm also, forget that though. I'm also saying that sometimes, right, even if, for example, the relationship isn't all the way there, I just feel like sometimes it would be nice, you know what I'm saying, to look after this person, right, who may have just did certain things for you. They may not have been the best parent, may not have passed down houses to you, whatever it may be, but they got you to school every day. They you know what I'm saying? They did certain things.
Because they would have got fined if they didn't.
I see more examples of people just subscribing to duty because they are the child of this particular.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, Christy.
All right, bye.
Bye. I think Valerie's on the line.
Blowing up. Ben, finish your sentence though.
Yeah, I see. I see more examples of people abiding by the cultural norms and still looking after their parent, even though they don't like their parents. I see more examples of that than them completely abandoning them and not looking after
That's
them.
true. That's true.
Especially in my culture. I don't know about white people.
No one knows about them. They prefer the kids, their parents in care homes. But I feel like
Straight
black culture is that. How do people don't like their family? But Christmas, Thanksgiving, everyone's all.
But sometimes you see these people, even in black culture, you see them sometimes, and yes, they've got the parent in their house, but they just be talking reckless. Oh, be quiet, man. Why is the volume like this? And
no, because why are you in my space all annoying and shit? You're here. Do you know it's so crazy? Because sorry, caller. You're in. I'm taking care of you. You come into my home, and you're here dictating as if this is not something that I'm helping you out with. Be humble. Word to Kendrick. Be humble. Sit down. Morning, caller.
Good morning, guys. What's it called? I sure want to trigger everybody, right? Damn. What's this called? I'm speaking from the perspective of an orphan, actually.
Okay.
And the reason why I called up was because basically my sisters were the one that looked after me since my mum died when I was 10 months. And they were only 16 and 13 when she passed away. And my dad died when I was 4. And so they took that responsibility of becoming my father and mother.
Yeah.
And what happened last month, or October, is one of my sisters went to go and do the gastric bypass thing to make her belly smaller. Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't go well. And basically she had a near-death experience.
Oh, wow.
And and well, now she's fine. She was able to go back and they were able to fix the thing because something about it wasn't closing. The wound wasn't closing, no matter how much they kept stitching it. Yeah. Anyways, so basically in that month, I basically learned this thing that you're talking about. So it was this obligation that, hey, I did this for you and I look after you she was the one that was 13 years old. Or going 14. And to the point where when she did her GCSEs in my country, she had me beside her in a cot bed or in a Moses basket. And people were calling her prostitute. Oh, you're so loose. You've got loose legs. Look at you having a child at this age. And they didn't know that that's my sister. Anyway, so basically she went through trials and tribulations just because she was taking care of her sister that her mom obviously had. And so when this happened, my sister, the other one, the 16-year-old older than me one, she was saying to me that I should stop work the whole month and be able to look after my sister's children for the whole month because she's done so much for me. She sacrificed everything for me. So the least you could do was to look after her kids. Yeah. And that's all well and good if I'm set up, if I'm good, if I got a cushion, I'm able to say to let's say my business, hey, I'm going to take a month off, But if you're, like Christy said, if you're trying to make it in life and you're still having to clock in, am I going to tell my boss that I want to take a whole month off? Especially that I work in the health sector, it's really impossible. Anyways, I did so to the point where I kind of lost my job. Because of the fact that I was taking too much time off. And so it's not even just parents that kind of feel this obligation that you have to. And trust me, I'm very, very grateful that my sister managed to scramble the few peas that she had to come to a better, supposed better life in England and make it for us. Because otherwise I would have probably been in the trenches in Zimbabwe, right? So, yeah. So I just want to know, like, is it the fact that, yes, you guys sacrificed to us and whatever, or is it, I didn't ask for my parents to go, and I didn't choose that path for me. So why is it now that the child is required to basically, like what Christy said, leave their life and do for those that supposed.
Can I just add to that quickly? Yeah, because that's the thing about these sacrifices. I don't believe a lot of people actually make these sacrifices without expecting something back. Because it's like the sacrifices are made and tucked away, ready to be used the moment they need to use that. Do you get what I mean? Like I get what she's saying in that. Of course, it's sad that she lost her parents and stuff like that. I understand her sisters. Like I understand all of that stuff, but for me, I feel like that's the issue with these things, though, with these obligations and these responsibilities and stuff that's placed on people, where it's like you're quick to bring up the things that you've done for me. Even Jesus said, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. But you are here to remind me of every date, time, and location. Do you get what I mean? So, and I feel like, and that's why I talk about guilt tripping. You might not outwardly say to somebody, I did this for you. Like, obviously in Valley's situation, it was the least you can do is da-da-da-da. But even with that, like, for me, if that was something that I did for my siblings, or like everything I've done and sacrificed in my own ways and whatever for people, family, friends, whatever it is, I never do it with that. So when I'm having a rainy day, I know that this is who I can go to. As a matter of fact, when I have rainy days, I keep that shit to myself.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you get what I mean? And so, and that's where the problem comes now when we put these responsibilities on people, where it's because people do, and that's why that whole parenting and sacrifices thing I was talking about being used synonymously is because people are keeping it for a rainy day where they can have that moment of, well, I did this, I did that.
Trust me, Esther. I've spoke these ladies in my lifetime. My sister's whole fridge, every single appliance in her room, in the kitchen, I bought it. From the fridge to the microwave to everything. I'm the one that paid for it. That was her Christmas present. I paid for every single appliance in my sister's house. Yeah. So it's not like, and I did it because of the fact that I love you so much. And I know for a fact that I probably wouldn't be alive without you, you know? Yeah. So it's not like I don't want to do it. But don't let me now stretch and bend where, I can't. Yeah. I can't. Let's say now I'm now in my 40s and I'm able to stretch because guess what? I've now made a name for myself. So be it. You can live with me. I've got a 5-bedroom house now. It's cool, you know? Yeah. But if I'm literally in a shared accommodation or whatever, in this freaking economy where we're literally splitting bills with strangers, literally, like I'm splitting bills with strangers because I live on my own flat, I'm having to call someone to, I put my flat on, spare room, so that now someone can rent out in another room. Okay. You know what I mean? And I didn't do that before. It's only because he lives, let me get someone to rent in my house, like in my flat now. That's literally what it is. That's so it's like I can't stress. I do this healthcare thing, right? And I was looking after a child that was going through mental issues because she has mental issues, and the sister was getting worried that she's gonna trigger one. She was gonna do some bad things to herself, and the sister was like, "Oh, you know what? I hate the fact that once she turns 18, my dad that died 6 years ago, he left her 25K." And obviously, she's not in the mental capacity to handle that. I don't know what she's going to do with the 25K. Someone that's not even 18 yet.
And
she's
you know what it is?
18 yet, and she's Oyibo. Look, her dad died 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and her dad already set her for life. Well, not really for life, but put a foundation for her. That she's got something.
That's where the cultural thing comes into it, because really and truly, when you mentioned about like having to take time off work here. They're going to be shy for you. They don't understand. If you said it was your mum, your dad, or your kids, they can understand that. When you start going to extended family, White people don't get that. They're thinking, what's like, why is that your business kind of thing? But that's the thing though, because and that's why I said something earlier about how where does it stop? Because your parents sacrifice to have you, or sacrifice whilst parenting you, but whatever. Then they expect you to start sacrificing up and down, up and down, up and down. You sacrifice now you're at an age now where now you're old. You have really your prime years of gathering things for your winter season has now passed. Now you expect your kids to that. That's how it's a generational thing. Even I was listening to Free Shots over there, and they're talking about like trusts and how like families build generational wealth using trust funds. Black people, we don't have that knowledge, and this is why these generational things need to be stopped from early. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I like the things I expose myself to, because I've heard parents, black parents, like I said, single mothers, 2-parent households, who have done what they can for their kids to set them up and make sure they can go and get good jobs and go to good schools and wherever. And they've said, okay, here's my plans for my future because I don't want that being placed on my children. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It has to stop somewhere. As black people, we cannot carry on these things of, you have responsibility for your parents. Your parents have responsibility for you when you're younger. So now you have responsibility for them. When will it ever stop? When will we ever get to live our lives and actually build and actually be able to do this and do that? Yes, your parents, really work hard and they had to make sacrifices and stuff like that. I 100% understand that. But I like when I see people's stories. Someone like Patricia Bright, when she was younger, her mum would have to take her and her sister to her cleaning jobs and all that kind of stuff and whatever. This woman's a millionaire now. Yeah. One of the first black British millionaires we had in this country and whatnot. Do you get me? But then her mum's sacrifices and stuff allowed her to be in a place where her kids don't have to suffer like that. Yeah. But when you're struggling, and then your kids start working, and then now you start making them do things they can't afford, they end up growing up struggling. They would then have kids in that struggle as well. Their kids, it's generational trauma, generational curse, generational foolishness.
How would you feel if, for example, in that same situation, Patricia Bright said, you know what, like kind of forgot about her mum and didn't look after her mum?
But again, it's not a responsibility to do that. It's a kind thing to do. I would think I would think she's mad for that. I think that's not a nice thing to do. But again, it's not her responsibility to look after a grown ass adult. You're an adult. Once you're an adult, this is now your story. Your responsibility of how you are going to be is on you. It's unfair to place that on other people. It's unfair.
I hear you.
Iman, yes. The thing is, we agree with you. It's a nice thing to do for your parents, because you know for a fact that some of them suffered and etc. We get that. And I guess what? I really want to do that. I want to get my sister, I bought her 10 acres in Zimbabwe, 10 acres of land, yeah? And I'm going to make sure that is going to be filled with different animals so she can have her own farm, so that the money will keep producing. My end goal is so that she ends up working with people like Asda in Africa, and then she could ship those cows and Trust me, I'm doing that as I'm working on myself. But I do not want it, like as I was saying, it shouldn't be an obligation that no matter what, even if you're dripping blood, you must have to give your mom this. That's where the issue is.
But Valerie, I agree, right? And remember, this is what I was saying to Ramsey. I'm trying to take it away from what the person on the other end is basically trying to put on us. Yeah. And more so just how you feel. So a part of me, from what you're saying, right, correct me if I'm wrong, Valerie, right, feels as though innately you feel like you have a responsibility to look after your sister. So let's just say, God forbid, your sister, I don't want to use your sister, let's just say somebody, same situation, their sister couldn't talk to them, right? As in, they just couldn't talk. Like, I still would feel like that person who is you in that situation, right, would still feel the same type of way. There's no pressure from the sister, but something in you, when you consider the life you live and where you are because of your sister, who was taking exams and had you by her side, got called prostitute, all types of stuff, because of you, right? You would just think, I want to look after you. I want you to smile. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I'm talking about. Like, it's not necessarily about being forced from the other end, but more so, do you feel like within yourself, it's down to you to make sure that this person who's your parent or your guardian is good? That's basically what it is.
because of culture and everything. Yeah, I feel I am, unfortunately. Like, even if I try to run away from it, even though I moved to Timbuktu, there's something in me that's gonna pull me back and be like, "Hey, is my sister all right? Like, I need to make sure she's."
But it's not just Christy. Culture, is it? It's because you know your sister did everything she could for you. You know what I'm saying? She showed you love. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so are you saying that I don't know what your point is. Are you trying to say that is? Oh, it's just a question. Okay, I thought are you trying to say it's a negative or positive thing that we have that feeling?
That who has that feeling? Who specifically?
Of what you're saying, that I have that feeling that I need to go make sure my sister's okay.
I think it's a good thing.
Are you saying it's a negative or positive?
I think it's a beautiful thing.
Okay,
I think it is. You know what I'm saying?
But then what do you feel about people that don't feel like they have that responsibility?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what she's trying to ask.
Each to their own, I guess. But I feel like if the person went out of their way to look after you and sacrifice certain things for you, I feel like...
Okay, say what you mean. What do you mean?
I'm basically saying it. I'm basically saying it. Like,
that's what I wanted to know, because we feel the same way. But if someone doesn't feel that way, are you going to tell them that they're a rotten child just because they don't feel obligated to do
but remember,
supposed respect to their parents?
No, but this is why I'm being mindful of the fact that if you have a bad relationship with that person, I understand why you wouldn't.
Let's say I don't have a bad.
If the person was good to you, then I think that person is selfish. Then I think that person's selfish, 100%.
Okay.
And what's 100%. Good to you? Is it good to you, including these parenting / sacrifices?
Is it what, sorry?
Good to you? Is that, as in like you're saying that if the person was good to them?
Okay. Is it a good thing that they did it?
No. You're saying if the person was good to them, you feel like it's selfish that they haven't done that. But how are you defining someone being good to you? Them being a parent?
No, but I think sometimes, like, you can tell the difference between, like, every all right, let me try and keep it simple. Everyone who has kids...
this is not sweet mother. I'm sure they didn't suffer like sweet mother, bro.
No, but that's what you're saying. But
like sweet mother,
that's what you're saying, Valerie, right? But there are some parents out there who actually did, or at least, even if they didn't suffer, because they made maybe good investment decisions and things of that nature, at least said, I'm going to do without so that you can have.
Okay, let's forget someone that didn't do without. It's just a parent. Okay. Provided for their children, did whatever. Because again, remember, the whole sacrificing thing is skewed at this point. This is the same vibe as when people use narcissism in my books. It's skewed. People are using sacrifices wrong, in my opinion.
Let's say they're middle class. Let's say that they're middle class. They have enough money to provide for their child, and they're able to eat 3 squared meals a day, no problem.
Yeah.
Then what?
How would you see them if they said it's not my responsibility? How would you react to that?
I would still think selfish.
That's the thing. So the people will never win then. So exactly.
No.
They will never win.
I basically don't understand it. I basically understand it if, for example, the parent was bad. If the parent, yes, they're being a parent, fine. I still feel like if you can do for your parent and you can look after it, I feel like you should.
Do you know what's so funny though? I even still think that even if the parent was bad,
yeah,
you would drop but that's still your parent though, and they still took care of you.
I'm capable.
No, that's exactly what you would do. I think people will never win, and that's where the issue lies. No, is that whole responsibility thing.
That's a straight question.
No, Esther, to be fair though.
That's a straight question.
Anyways, bye guys.
Oh, see you later, babes.
Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you, Valerie.
Answer that question.
What do you mean?
If the parent was bad.
He's gonna ask me to define bad.
If the parent was bad, what?
If the parent was bad, like you said, if the parent was bad, So if the parent was bad, and the kid is like, it's not my responsibility.
Yeah. I said that already. I understand, 100%. I understand why you don't want to look after this bad parent. Well, of course not.
So I said that them as selfish.
Would it still be selfish?
Why would they be selfish?
No, but remember, it's a bad parent. It's a bad. Let's say the parent was emotionally abusive or whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't really support your dreams. However, though, you had 3 square meals. They put you through education. They made sure you had the right opportunities. You never went without food. Never went without clothes. You had no other stress, no material stress in your life.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that necessarily as selfish. No, I wouldn't. No.
Right, so when Izzy said that you had the potential, you didn't really have the potential.
No, but I said it in jest. Remember, I said it and I laughed.
That's why I jumped in, because I wanted to be clear.
Yeah, I said it as a joke.
Look about the parents out there, man. And the people that are not parents, please be intentional about having kids, man. Stop
100%, man.
Stop bringing kids into this stupid world to come and suffer. Companionships to suffer. And some of you stop having kids because you're trying to trap people.
Can I also just say, before we move on, I feel like a lot of the time, yes, I agree. No child has to be here. But a lot of the time, the parent was like, I don't know, they left back home to come here. They just did certain things, all in aid of, yes, they wanted things to be better for themselves, but they thought, I want things to be better for me and my partner, but also the kids that are not even born yet. You know what I'm saying? And yes, of course, the kid didn't ask to be here, but there's just certain things that they just put up with. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that you put up with. It's just like you as being a parent now. You may not take some type of nonsense from a particular employer because if you're not a parent, like, why would you just move on? But if you're thinking, like Valerie was saying, for example, in a situation where you've got kids or looking after somebody who's got kids and you need this job, you can't afford for it to go because of the kids. You may put up with certain things, you know what I'm saying? And you're doing it only for the kids. So granted, I get what you're saying, but I don't know.
Someone made a point, I think it was Ed, I can't remember who it was, but someone made a point, or maybe Jay, because Jay is on one today. Hi, Jay. Someone said something about, like, some parents use having children as them not being able to reach their full potential. And they fall back on, like, oh, it's because I was making sacrifices for you. Okay.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's not. Because there's people...
No, it's true what you're saying.
Oh, what you're saying? I thought you meant, like, it's true. Like, I was thinking, no, because there's people that can do that. And again, obviously, I'm not speaking blanketly in terms of privileges and blah, blah, blah. But I just think this whole thing of having children and then... Come on, man. It's responsibility you have. But what I blame, though, is the parents that don't take up the responsibilities. So because the parents that don't take up the responsibilities, we are now in a place in society where we're congratulating fishes for swimming. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
If all parents were sensible and had a kid and actually stood up to the responsibility that they have, this wouldn't really be a thing like that. But here we are. All the best two parties involved.
All right, man. I think we can definitely move on from there.
Love that. Let's get into our next headlines.
So the next headline, Tommy Robinson. And we briefly mentioned him yesterday. But long story short, he's been charged after attending Sunday's march against antisemitism in London. The 40-year-old former leader of the EDL, whose real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon, was arrested at the event for failing to comply with the direction to disperse. Organisers had warned Mr. Yaxley Lennon that he would not be welcome at a march held in central London after he signalled his intention to attend. In an update on Monday, the Met Police said that Stephen Lennon of Bedfordshire has been charged with failing to comply with the Section 35 direction excluding a person from an area. He has been bailed to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on the 22nd of January. Next headline, and according to one of the Tories' former housing ministers, the Tories face a real risk that they will lose a generation of voters over a lack of house building. Speaking to the Politics Hub with Sophie Ridge, Sir Brandon Lewis explained why he's using his time as a backbencher to encourage the building of more homes. He served as the housing minister between 2014 and 2016 and was a cabinet minister under Boris Johnson before leaving government when Mr. Johnson's ministry collapsed. So Sir Brandon was also asked by Sophie Ridge if the Conservative Party is at risk of losing a generation of voters if they did not build more houses. And this is how he responded. I think there is a real risk because why would a young person look to the Conservative Party? What is the economic offer? When I was young, you wanted to grow up and own your own home. We know for a fact the majority of people in this country want to own their own home if they don't already. And our last headline is about the NHS, and a new pay offer has been made to NHS consultants, which could end long-running strike action in England. The BMA, the British Medical Association, said it would see most senior doctors get an extra 4.95% investment in pay for this financial year, on top of the 6% annual pay rise already awarded. The offer also involves changes to the pay scale structure and a commitment to reform the pay review body that makes recommendations on doctors' wages. The breakthrough has been hailed by ministers and health leaders, but the Royal College of Nursing, the RCN, said it was appalled that the government had found a will to reform pay of the NHS's highest earners, whilst our members are left with the lowest pay rise in the public sector. The BMA will now put the offer to its members for a vote, with the changes paid retrospectively from April 2024, if accepted, though it will be backdated to January. And that's it for their dance. Time to pay the bills.
Nice. Let's get into some word on road.
Let me just read out the results.
Oh, yes, the poll.
Thank you. All right. Is it our responsibility to look after our parents? And what does that responsibility look like? 37% says maybe, but my kids/family come first.
Okay.
25% say yes, financial support. 21% say no, kids are not my retirement plan. And 16% say yes, being a carer.
Okay. Love that.
Thank you, AI.
Thank you, AI. Okay, well, Thugger, young Thug, his trial has started. You know, he's been in jail since last year, May.
Long time.
That's a long time, you know. That's a year and a half.
Just remand as well. It's a long time.
Damn, but they take it out. I mean, they take it out of your full thing, though.
Yeah, but they can decide to not to if they really want to. Yeah.
What does a typical week look like in jail?
And a slammer.
Get up in the morning.
They wake you up?
Well, sometimes not. It just depends on.
So you can have a lion.
You can sleep in.
No, you can't have a sleep in, but as in like you might be sleeping and you just hear your door unlock.
Centrally, or they do it?
Yeah, they do it.
Oh.
And then obviously some people might get up straight away, whatever. You go to breakfast, have your breakfast, done.
In this day and age, obviously you wouldn't know, but the doors are still manually locked.
Last time I checked, in America they have the whole electric system where stuff opens straight away. But
you can think in Prison Break. But so you could just steal a key then and just steal the guard's keys and open your thing. Or is that a film thing?
I don't remember anyone ever stealing any keys and getting far.
That's crazy.
Yeah, go to breakfast, come back. Then you might be going to education, or you might be going to the gym or something. Again,
is the food nice there?
No.
Do you realize they do that intentionally? Like it's, you know, like when you can mess with people's.
They cut corners. They cut corners. So
is it better than primary school food?
I don't even remember what primary school food was like, to be fair. So I can't.
How about secondary school?
Yeah, you're just gonna do this until we get to uni.
Oh no.
I'll stop at uni.
Like, is it consumable, or is it actually like disgusting?
Yeah, what does a bag actually look like?
It is consumable, obviously, but you're not gonna eat everything.
What do you have on the menu?
I definitely didn't have the gammon or any of that fun stuff.
That's a good man. He would have been in there longer.
Say again?
Breakfast and bacon.
No. I don't eat pork, so I wouldn't.
So you said no to the good stuff.
Oh my gosh, what do you do if you're a vegan in jail?
You're finished. No, they'll have stuff for you. They'll have like small vegetarian options for you, whatever. Yeah, you come back from, breakfast or education, and you might
have for breakfast.
I could have some breakfast.
Might have been cereal and milk.
What type of cereal? Like crunchy nut cornflakes?
So definitely weren't. I don't remember
you
seeing
get crunchy nut in there.
I don't remember seeing crunchy nut cornflakes. I do remember seeing some kind of cornflakes, but they weren't like. It's not going to be higher in brands, really and truly.
So far, so good. I mean, so far it's like a.
You can still buy stuff. You can still buy stuff on
you
the.
You can buy stuff.
You can buy stuff on the menu.
Shop in jail.
Yeah, it comes every week basically.
Can you buy
you order it and it comes
oat milk and like almond milk?
I don't know if you can do that now. I don't know if you can do that now. Maybe, but maybe because remember again they cut corners though, right? So there's a certain I can't remember what the figure is. There's a certain figure that they pay for each prisoner a day.
Is the tuck shop expensive, or do they charge you retail price?
They charge you more. They're not going to charge you the same. You know how much jails make money?
What do you use for currency? Bum.
Okay.
That's
hey.
I ain't ever known of anyone to use bomb for currency.
Now people definitely sucking dick in there.
Crazy. Maybe in America. I ain't seen that shit over here, man. It's stud for
people are defo prostituting up in there.
Listen, I ain't.
You didn't see it. I didn't see that. I don't know. Do you think it happens?
I don't know.
That's silly of you. I think you're naive.
How am I naive? I've never seen.
People are defo.
I was in jail long enough to see a lot.
And you never saw people shaking ass.
Never.
For a bit of change.
Never.
For a bit.
Never.
For a little cookie.
It might just be American, innit?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it don't happen over here.
Okay, that's what I meant. I thought you said it wasn't happening. That's what I was like.
No. I'm not saying it don't happen over here, but I think that's more like in maybe the older jails.
Oh, that's fine. You're not naive then. Because I thought that's what you meant.
No. You know, like the people that are doing like life sentences, they're more likely to see that type of stuff.
Because when I think about it, people are outside where they've got all types of freedoms doing it. Imagine in there.
Like the booty warrior in America, my man. But yeah, it's different. It's different in America.
Right, so you have breakfast and then you come back from breakfast.
Yeah, then you might go to education or
you mean like school?
Yeah, I say school, but it's not really. You might be doing a course. You might go to your course. Come back for your course. It's either you're gonna be on social. You might go to the gym, and then obviously time you're gonna have like your lunch, your dinner, and then that's it. You're done for the day. Back in until they wake you up. Repeat that shit for as long as you got.
Alright, fair enough.
Wouldn't wish jail on anyone though.
Nah, man.
So it's a waste of time. Don't get me wrong, you can still go there and educate yourself on certain things and that. But
Question for you, man. A sacrificing parent commits a crime, and they're like, "Oh, can the child do it? Go to jail for them?"
Nah, man.
The child is like, "No, but it's an elderly parent.
It'll be easy.
They're on their way out."
Stay there, man.
let's just stay there.
Yeah.
Really?
What? The good years of the child's life.
Yeah, but if they're like, "Oh, like it's just gonna be 2 years, and I'm 80 already. It's gonna be difficult for me.
Nah,
can you just do it?"
They're not sending no 8-year-old to jail.
Yeah, first of all, let me live in my fancy land. Let me cook.
You know how much people have got off not going to jail because they're elderly and
Yeah, because it's thingy. It's your risk.
risk factor.
Your risk assessment.
Nah, you gotta leave that child, man, to be, man. Yeah.
Your parents will be like, "I sacrificed so much for you.
Nah,
you can't even do 2 years."
That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't even do 2 days. I wouldn't even do a weekend. I'm sorry. Probably the weekend that takes me out. But yeah, man. Let's see how long Young Thug has to do it. Refresher. I don't care. Refresher, right? Basically, he's in jail because the people he's down there for over a RICO case, right? They're saying that YSL, the music label, they're basically a gang and they're involved with a whole bunch of stuff. He is the head honcho of this alleged gang. So this is what he's doing in there at the moment, basically. And his lyrics are going to be used against him. I looked at some of the lyrics that'll be used. I thought, let's see what kind of things they're going to pull out. Well, one of them says, "Hey, this is..." Okay, let me do that again. "Hey, this, that slime shit. Hey, YSL shit. Hey, Killing 12 shit. Hey, fuck jail shit. Hey."
Bars.
Another one says, "Cooking white brick." That'll be put in question. "I'm not new to this. Hey, I'm so true to this. Hey." What song is this? This sounds lit. "I don't put whole slime on 100 licks." What's he licking down? We'll find out. "Slime or get slimed, honey." That's the lyric. Not honey, where slime or get slimed.
I feel like there needs to be a bun up there or something, man.
On a low, innit?
Why was slimy?
What?
Slime or get slammed. Just
I'm in the VIP. I'm in the VIP and I got that pistol on my hip. You praying that you live, I'm praying that I hit. Hey, that slime shit.
Yeah, see, they're gonna have a field
I think this one is really what's gonna really put him down. This next one says, fuck the police. Fuck them. High speed.
Telling you now, they're gonna have a field day in court. So
It gets
Mr.
worse.
Thug,
It gets worse.
what does this mean?
Do you know what, actually? No, I take that back. That one's not really going to get them. This one, open and close case. Fuck the judge. YSL, this, that, mob life.
I just want to be in the courtroom when the prosecution reads out, "What do you mean by fuck the judge?" I just want to see the judge's face when he's actually looking.
Be like, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean, Mr.
Look at the
Young
pain, he's
Thug?
going to be bopping his head a little bit. Because you know what it is, yeah? He has to not bop his head because that makes him look guilty. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
And rude.
and rude. So his music's going to come up that he knows is a banger. But he has to just stand still. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Just a little.
You go to jail.
Just a little. Oh yeah, just gonna catch himself.
Then get him out now.
Just catch himself.
But yeah, man. Basically, yeah, this is what he's looking at, man. He's got a girlfriend apparently as well. The singer Mariah the Scientist. Beautiful song she makes. She makes beautiful songs.
Her name's Mariah the Scientist.
She's a scientist.
It's a cold name.
She goes in there, and she was all dressed up and whatnot with a YSL bag, no, with a YSL shirt.
No
Then she
way.
snapped. She took a picture of it. I said, "Girl, now you know Yves Saint Laurent is not Young Thug, BFFR." But that's not like my kind of girl. I'll be like, "Oh, babes, like just send me the money and I can get some YSL merch."
Merch. You
The
know.
whole time. It's makeup and flipping banging heels, man. But yeah, he's looking at, if he's found guilty, looking at decades and decades. But his lawyer,
Rico's are serious, man.
it's serious stuff. But his lawyer basically is trying to, is trying to push for a mistrial. Because a lot of things have been messy about this case. There's been dead witnesses, allegedly. It's been people in there. Then all of a sudden now, people that were facing 20 years, all of a sudden now they're out.
Who's that Gunner, right?
Nah. Him and a couple more. Talking about, YSL, they're part of YSL, the label, not really YSL, the gang. And it's been a mess of a case, in all honesty. So his lawyer is pushing for a mistrial, and the judge was not happy because apparently there was a whole bunch of objections going on in that yesterday, and the judge was just like, listen, this is foolishness. So the judge is not happy at the moment with the way things are going, but we'll see what happens, man. I will keep you guys updated as I do. And then DUITeyana Taylor went somewhere. She was on a red carpet somewhere, and basically people thought she was pregnant. Obviously, she's currently going for a divorce in it. So I guess she's pregnant. People will be shy for her because is it your narcissistic husband's kid or is it a new man? But she said it's not. She said, "Auntie ain't preggo, y'all. I just had to pee. Y'all know that pee pouch ain't nothing to play with." She said, "My kangaroo head ass. I've never heard of a pee pouch."
She needed to pee.
She had a pee pouch.
I ain't heard of a pee pouch. Unless you had hella water. And even done.
But I'm like, does the pouch go down? I'm going to measure my stomach next time I go to the toilet.
Measure your stomach.
I'm going to see if I've got a pee pouch. I've never heard of a pee pouch. I've heard of all sorts, never a pee pouch. So that's interesting. Also, do you guys remember what Joe's, as in Fat Joe, the non-black guy, what his ad-libs was in his music? It's like Joe cracked something.
Joe cracked the Don.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, not finally, because no one asked. Nobody asked. When you've heard that, what did you think he was talking about?
Himself.
Crack the drug or crack the ass?
No, Joey.
No, it had to be there.
Just thought he was talking about himself.
Yeah.
Joey cracked the Don. Yeah, isn't that?
Or cracked a Don?
No, isn't that? He's a Don, isn't it?
Okay, well, this is what he says. He says, "They call me Joey Crack because the crack of my ass shows." The crack of my ass shows whenever I stand up. Whenever I stand up, you know when people don't use punctuations?
I hate it.
And then they use American slang or something. Like, what? Fighting for my life. They call me Joey Crack because the crack of my ass shows whenever I stand up. Girls in my hood gave me the name. It was never because of the drug crack. God is great.
I'll say the same thing too.
Rico.
Well done,
and lyrics being
well
pulled up
done,
in
Joe.
court. I'd say the same thing too.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I hear it. But yeah, no one wanted to know that. But he does look like a kind of
he ain't got a Rico.
ass crack kind of guy.
No, he ain't. Has he?
No, of course he hasn't.
No.
But if you're seeing that, because you never know, man. It's just it's scary times, man.
You got paranoid. Just in case.
Put it out there.
You put it out there. I heard that.
Put it out there before someone comes forward and says that Joe forced them to take some crack. Do you know what I mean? It's just put it out there kind of thing. No one asked. And I definitely don't want to imagine his bum crack.
Yeah, that's
very
wild.
uncute.
No one wants to do that.
Very uncute. This is why I'm for men wearing high-waisted garments.
Listen, man. You know what? Where was I the other day? I was in.
Save me all of this trauma.
I was somewhere and
it's so traumatic to see.
No, because I don't. My jeans just they're on their waist where they're meant to be. I like stuff to be in place. So if something's out of place, it just looks like everything's out of place. So I'm saying, brother, you man can't dress, man. Like for real. Like, come on, man. Not everyday low batties, man.
Seeing a guy's crack is the surest way to never hear from me again. Ever. It's so icky. It's just so like, and it is that. It's like, put yourself together. Like,
moving like one of them builders on the construction site.
Oh, builder's bum. That's the thing.
Just normal living every day.
Do you know so bad? But whenever I see builders and I see them bend over, like I just expect to see. I remember there was it a builder? Wherever it was in it. Came to our house one time and I just expected to see his bum crack. And I didn't. I was like, oh my gosh. And I actually was like to my sisters, I was like, oh, bum's not out. Where do you ever see that? Anyway.
Rude.
It's crazy. But yeah, that's all from me anyway. Nice and lighthearted. Let's get into people's journal. A lot in there.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about, is about the beautiful pensioners of this country, man. They're going to be receiving their £600 winter fuel payments. So again, like I always say, if you've got people in your family who are entitled to these benefits, please make sure that they're getting it. You know what I'm saying? So for those who don't know, pensioners basically are entitled to receiving payments of up to £600 to help them with the cost of living throughout the winter periods, right? On top of that, though, there's a winter fuel payment that comes on, right? And that's going to be an additional £300. That's going to be provided per household through the pensioner cost of living payment. right? And that's going to be landed in bank accounts automatically over the next 2 months. So again, just keep an eye out for that, for those people, right? Next thing I wanted to mention is we kind of touched on this already in the headlines, to be fair, and this is just that senior doctors, their strike will end because of this new pay offer that the government's giving them. Obviously, we all know how much the doctors overextend themselves for us, you know what I'm saying? And they deserve to get their pay, man. You know what I'm saying? If there is a profession that deserves to get what they're striking for, I believe it's definitely the people in the NHS, man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, they're going to be getting an extra 4.95% investment on pay on top of the 6% annual pay rise that they already got. What are you laughing?
It's controversial, I can't say it. Are they doing their jobs or are they making sacrifices?
See, this is what I'm saying. It's a tough one.
Where does it stop? Where does it stop?
But either way, you appreciate your doctor. You say thank you.
Well,
right? You don't just say,
not
well,
all of them.
you're getting paid, let me walk out.
No, because some of them get there and in my face, they're Googling shit. And I'm looking at it like I could have done this at home. The cheek of you.
For real, my Wi-Fi is quicker, man.
Right, trust me. Dear, we got NHS, man.
Yeah, retirement. Next thing I wanted to mention is there's basically a multi-billion-pound investment plan which promises to create more than 12,000 new jobs, man, in the UK. And this is Rishi Sunak's plan. He's really going out. He's really trying
to do what?
He's trying to create 12,000 new jobs in the country.
From where?
Well, he's investing into different industries. I'm going to get into more specifics. So he's investing in secure projects in tech, in life sciences, in housing, and in renewable energy. Right? This is going to cost £29.6 billion. And it is very ambitious, of course, but they're trying to level up parts of Britain. And they're promising to bring in more than 12,000 new jobs. So again, I think on the surface anyway, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're really pulling out all the stops, man. They want to win this election. Next thing I wanted to talk about is vapes. So, yeah, BATs. So they're a London-based tobacco company, right? And they've called for more stringent regulations on vaping. They basically are saying, like, I want to ban all flavors which uniquely target children. So them type of flavors out there that you know the manufacturers are kind of targeting the kids. Yeah. You know, the kids are going to buy. Yeah. I want them all banned. That's what they're saying.
There's
hella
flavors.
This is it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they want something similar to basically what the regulations around cigarettes and alcohol. They want that for vaping as well. We spoke about this some months back as well. The government's already considering new regulations because of the concerns that, you know, loads more young people are vaping and whatnot. They promised legislation following a public consultation that is currently underway. And yeah, man, they're saying, you know what, we're going to do something about it. And BAT, by the way, for those who don't know, is the third largest seller of vapes in the UK. This is according to market research. So they have got obviously a significant clientele out there. And you know, at least it shows that they care about the kids, man. You know what I'm saying? That is pretty much it. The rest, I can pretty much leave till tomorrow.
Nice.
But yeah, that's it for the People's Journal.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our last headlines for today.
Okay, so this next headline, it's a similar situation to, you know, what we spoke about a few times where we were talking about African countries requesting certain things in museums back. But this happened more local. And this is between Greece and the UK. So long story short, Sunak was meant to link up with the Prime Minister of Greece. And whilst this man, obviously, let's just say that the link up was going to be on Friday. While they're waiting for this now, this man feels like it's a good idea to start talking about stuff that Britain has got in their museums. Yeah. And then Sunak's like, okay, cool. Meeting cancelled. Not interested, not seeing you. That's basically what happened, man. So yeah.
No way. What did they ask back for?
The Parthenon Sculptures. So Ben, if you don't mind, can you put a picture up? Parthenon
And then all of a sudden the meeting got cancelled.
Yeah, cancelled. He's upset, man, so I don't want to be having these type of conversations.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's called the Elgin Marbles. Right, so a diplomatic row has broken out between the British and the Greek governments over the Parthenon Sculptures, also known as the Elgin Marbles. So the Greek Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, was due to meet Rishi Sunak in London, but Number 10 cancelled the meeting last minute. he told reporters that he was deeply disappointed by the abrupt cancellation of the meeting. Mr. Mitsotakis rejected an alternative meeting with the deputy prime minister, right? So they've said, Sunak can't come.
We'll send my man.
The deputy can come.
No, I'm not doing that.
We don't want him.
Wait, what museum is this in?
I think it's a British Museum. I'm not too sure.
Basically, that statue alone has bought them racks. Like money upon money. Just like all the other artifacts of the world. The last thing Richie wants to do is be talking about this.
Yeah, exactly.
Let alone run it back.
Especially when the meeting was meant to be about something else. You know what I'm saying? But the cancellation came a day after Mr. Mitsotakis told the BBC's Laura Kusenberg show that the marbles should be returned, as having some of the artifacts in London and the rest in Athens was like cutting the Mona Lisa in half. Fair point. You know what I'm saying? They all belong to the same type of thingy. Just bring them home.
I'd love to see England run back all their artifacts, all these different countries.
A bit crazy, you know. The Greek Prime Minister told reporters on Monday evening that he was disappointed the meeting had been cancelled mere hours before its slated time, saying that those who firmly believe in the correctness and justice of their positions are never hesitant to engage in constructive argumentation and debate. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's talking facts right there, man. Next headline. According to the Cancer Research UK, they say that at least 20,000 cancer deaths a year could be avoided in the UK with a national commitment to invest in research and innovation. 20,000. Progress is being made in finding new treatments for the condition that affects 50% of people at some point. That's horrible. But the charity says that the UK lags behind comparable countries for survival. It's launched a manifesto of priorities for this government and the next ahead of a general election. The document sets out what the charity says needs to change and fast. So in that particular document, it says whoever is running the country must commit to developing a 10-year cancer plan spearheaded by a national cancer council accountable to the Prime Minister to bring the government, charities, industry and scientific experts together. And the last headline is the first transatlantic flight using 100% green fuels is to take off, man. Yeah. So this is a flight that's powered only by sustainable fuels and it's due to take off this morning. Operated by Virgin Atlantic, it will fly from London's Heathrow to New York's JFK Airport at 11:30. Airlines see the flight, which is supported by government funding, as demonstrating that a greener way of flying is possible, but lack of supply remains a challenge, while other technology will be needed to hit emissions targets. The so-called sustainable aviation fuels can be made from a variety of sources, including crops, household waste, and cooking oils. For this flight, a Boeing 787 will be filled with 50 tons of SAF, which is the sustainable aviation fuels. 2 types are being used, with 88% derived from waste fats and the rest from the wastes of corn production in the US. Following tests and analysis, the flight was approved by UK regulator, the Civil Aviation Authority, earlier this month. A number of companies have been involved in the project, including the engine maker Rolls-Royce and the energy giant BP. Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Hopefully it goes well, man.
Exactly. So yeah, but that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Nice. Let's get into the reaction. Have to get them out.
I saw a guy wearing them.
Yeah, guys wear them. I don't mind that.
Nah, that's not it, man.
Well, there ain't much to talk about in the reaction. Yesterday there was a match. Fulham beat Wolverhampton Wanderers 3-2.
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
You could have just said Wolves.
Serious.
Yeah, that's true.
But it doesn't sound serious. They're Wanderers.
Yeah.
Sound like a kids football team.
But yeah, man, Fulham beat them 3-2. That's the only. That was the only game. But yeah, man, the boxing that we didn't talk about yesterday. Oh man, Benavidez versus Andrade. Kevin, are you in the chat? Because I know Kevin knows he's boxing. Yeah, Andrade is a serious boxer, but he was going up to fight like a guy who is serious. You know what I'm saying? Like Andrade, I think has had one fight at 168. This is his second fight. Skillful boxer. He's the type of boxer. In fact, not the type of boxer. He is the boxer that everyone was dodging at 154 and 160. Respectfully, Canelo didn't want to fight him. Charlo didn't want to fight him. Nobody wanted to fight him. So a lot of his fights are kind of duds, right?
Yeah.
But he's so skillful. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was going to be a very competitive fight. But at the same time, I knew Benavidez was going to break him down. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez is like 26. He's in the prime of his life. And Andrade, unfortunately, because of boxing politics, He's now 35. He hasn't had the biggest fights in the world. Undefeated, of course, but yeah, he's a sick boxer, and you can see the skill that he possessed, especially in the early rounds. But I think in round 4 when he got knocked down, everyone knew
that was it. Yeah, it was a matter of time.
Yeah, and round 6, at the end of round 6, they stopped the fight, man. But yeah, big up Andrade for at least stepping up, man. You know what I'm saying? But Benavidez is like, for a while now, I've looked at Benavidez and said to myself, I don't see how anyone beats him. You know what I'm saying? At 168, I don't see how anyone beats him. Canelo included.
You say that, man, but there's always someone, man.
Yeah, but at the moment, like, Benavidez is just in his prime. He's beaten, like, he beat, what's his name? Andre Durrell. He beat Caleb Plant. He beat, what's that Canadian guy? He killed that guy. This guy was meant to be a big puncher as well. Oh, man, I forget his name. He's a good fighter. He knocked out, what's his name? Thingy Stevens. I can't remember his name. He's not the best boxer in the world, but he's definitely like a big power puncher. He lost to Billy Joe. He lost to Golovkin, and he lost to what do you call it? The person I just mentioned.
Stevens.
No, he beat Stevens. I'm trying to remember his name. What's his name? I can't remember. Hopefully Lemieux. That's it. Somebody put it in the chat. Lemieux. So yeah. But yeah, Benavidez, he's a serious guy, man. Serious guy. And I don't think Canelo wants to fight. And to be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. If I'm Canelo, I'm not looking to fight him. I don't see the need. I feel like I've proved enough to be a legend in the sport.
Well,
to be remembered forever.
Canelo fight, or did he just retire?
He just fight some easier fights, man. You know what I'm saying? He's meant to be fighting Munguia. They're talking about fighting Munguia on Cinco de Mayo. So in May. But they're saying after he fights him, potentially, he could be fighting Benavidez in September. I think that would be sick if he does. Canelo, to be fair, I don't think he's really ducked anyone except potentially Andrade. I wouldn't necessarily say ducked, but more so avoided. And thought, you know what? Let me just fight this other person.
Let me go this way instead. Let me go that way.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if it came down to it, Canelo would eventually fight him. You have to give Canelo his praise and props, man. He's a legend in the sport, right? But I just don't see how he beats Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if he does beat Benavidez, everyone's going to say, oh, but what about this guy? You need to fight this guy. It never stops. So, like, to me, Canelo's got the praise he deserves. And, yeah, man, it will be a sick fight. But now Benavidez has made a strong case because Benavidez has been every single person. And for the last 3-4 fights, he's been calling out Canelo. And literally, there's no one else to fight. He's the mandatory right now. So basically, Canelo, who's took all the belts at 168, all the belts for the WBC, Benavidez is the mandatory. So that means if Canelo wants to keep that belt, he has to fight him. Otherwise, he has to say, relinquish the belt. And if he does, that looks mad.
That does look mad, doesn't it?
You know what I'm saying?
Just to avoid a fight.
Yeah. But how boxing is, man, I'm not too sure if we're going to get a fight, man. But
too much promoters, man.
Yeah. And because, obviously, like, why necessarily risk everything? You know what I'm saying? But to be fair, yeah, it'll be sick. It'll be sick. If Canelo does fight him and finds a way to win, then I don't know, man.
But if Canelo fights him, it's for all the belts, no?
Well, it'll just be retaining these belts. There's nothing Canelo gains except from
but I'm saying if my man wins,
yeah, he gets all the belts.
That's wild. Yeah,
all the belts. Crazy. So yeah, man. Also on that same card, I think it was the joint main event. And this is Jermall Charlo, man. He fought Benavidez's older brother, Jose Benavidez Jr. Charlo wobbled him in the first round, man. You know what I'm saying? Sick fight. Charlo seemed like he's back. He's got one of the best jabs in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like his jab feels like a solid, you know what I'm saying? Like hook. But yeah, it didn't look like the on-form Charlo. But that's because Charlo's been out for 2 years. This is his first fight back.
That's a long time.
You know what I'm saying? He's been out for 2 years. But it's good to see him at least get full 12 rounds in. No, 10 rounds, I believe it was. And push Benavidez. And obviously win quite comfortably. So yeah, man. Hopefully Charlo gets some good fights as well because he's at 160. That was at a catch weight. It was meant to be at a catch weight at 163, but Charlo missed weight. Came in at 166.
So
imagine. Then he went away, came back a bit heavier. Can you imagine?
What was my man doing? Eating steak?
Crazy. I think he came in at 166.3. Went away, came back 166.6 or something like that. I can't remember. Obviously, he looks a bit unprofessional. But he's been dealing with some crazy mental health for the past 2 years. He's back now, and he's saying he's committed to, you know what I mean, like improving things and getting back to form.
That cutting weight thing is serious, man.
Yeah. Also, big fight. People are saying it's what do you call it? Fight of the year contender. Katie Taylor versus Chantelle Cameron. Sick fight. I think you need to watch it, man. Remember last year, Esther, I was telling you about the female fight, women's fight.
Oh, yeah.
That was Katie Taylor as well. That was against Serrano.
Okay.
Again, this was a sick fight. However, I think it was a bit controversial.
Why?
Because Chantelle Cameron knocked her down. Should have got a 10-8 round, but the referee was like, no, slip. There was no slip about it. Didn't even look close to a slip. It should have been a 10-8 round to Cameron. And if that was factored in, he would have got a draw. You know what I'm saying? Because Katie won on 2 of the scorecards, but the points were quite close. Long story short, it would have been, I think, it would have been a draw. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it does properly set up a trilogy, though, because the first fight, Cameron won that. Second fight, Katie Taylor's obviously won it and became unified. She's the only one in the 4-belt era, alongside Canelo and Crawford, I believe, to actually have all 4 belts. I believe so. Yes, I believe so. Might be Clarissa Shields as well. Yeah. So I think there's definitely going to be a trilogy, man. Katie Taylor's coming to tail end of her career as well. Getting a trilogy, a big money fight, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be remembered as a legend, man. So big up Katie Taylor for winning, man. She's a serious boxer.
Big up.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it, man, for the reaction.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our outro. Okay, people. I hope you've had as much fun as we have in the room. Thank you for watching this episode. We appreciate it. Please like the video. It helps us with the algorithm, helps this lovely channel and lovely space grow. Also, subscribe to our channel as well. I'm trying to get to 5K before the end of the year. Follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. Big up all our lovely callers today. Big up our researchers as well. Brent, did they like their TNB match?
The researchers?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Love that. Love that.
I've got pictures from one of our people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Big up. What about the people in the chat,
I thought that was... What's your sentence?
Nope.
What else is there? Yeah, so if you want to send your dilemmas in, the number is 07564841073. That's also the number to call when we're live on air. But if you're more of an email person, you're more than welcome to send your dilemmas in via email. And the email address is tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. Don't forget, black is always spelled with an X. When you buy your merch, it will always be there to serve as a reminder. Okay? If you want to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Have a great, great Tuesday. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.